The following is a presentation of The Day.
This is the time right now. This is our moment. This is our time right now. They had 5 home games, and they picked Bacon Academy as their homecoming.
Welcome, everyone, to Door Field on the campus of Fitch High School.
This is the biggest game we've had so far, all right?
If you say Bacon Academy, no one can think of the Bobcats as a football powerhouse, but tonight, 4-1 versus 4-1 to take control of the ECC Large.
You don't pick a homecoming game if you think you're going to lose. You pick a homecoming game if you think you're going to win. That's what they think about you guys.
Everyone just take a deep breath, relax, all right? And remember that tonight is just a ball game. The team that plays the game the best will win. That's all. So just relax and do your thing.
I got one question for you all before we go out there. One question for everybody in this room. What are you going to do with your moment?
Bacon Academy will return the opening kickoff here. They are going right to left, as we said before. Number 50, Colton St. Louis, is going to be the kicker, of course, the great St. Louis family, the tradition of kickers in ECC, St. Bernard's fame. He'll be kicking off from his own 40, back deep for the Bobcats, Paul Chassie and the aforementioned Peter Gazibwe. So the Bobcats are going to put one of their best skill position players right back there. We'll be curious to see if Fitch kicks off to Gazibwe or if they go in the other direction.
Good night for football here at Fitch, Casey. This is a good crisp fall night homecoming. Good to be a sports fan in southeastern Connecticut.
And St. Louis approaches at the 40. And it's an onside kick, a little pooch kick, but nicely defended by the Bobcats. And we're going to get a flag on the play as the Falcons hit the sort of defenseless receiver, the Colton Dennis, a lineman, big number 77, a senior leader there for the Bobcats, wisely and very smartly pounced on the ball.
Yeah, I mean, that's a flag?
Well, I think they said he was defenseless when he was on the ground. He caught it. They're going to actually, that's not the flag. Okay, we're going to get a illegal procedure penalty against Fitch, so obviously they were somebody that jumped before they ran the play. So that's okay. Not the penalty that you were afraid it was going to be. So it's still football out there.
Sure, okay. I mean, I was a little confused on that, but I wonder if that's something that will be refused.
So we're gonna do it again. You can't refuse it. It's gonna do it again. They're gonna kick it from back and we'll re-kick it. Obviously, Bacon would have wanted the ball at midfield, so they're gonna do it all over again.
So the element of surprise did not work on the opening kickoff for the Fitch Falcons.
I say do it again.
Okay.
I mean, that would really surprise people. Go back to the well. We should mention to you Game Day, brought to you by the M.J. Sullivan Automotive Corner, the Science and Technology Magnet School of Southeastern Connecticut, and Lawrence and Memorial Hospital. The first quarter of tonight's game brought to you by M.J. Sullivan Automotive Corner. So I guess we're going to do it all over again, and we'll have the Falcons this time backed up to the 35-yard line. The Bobcats keep the same group out there awaiting the kickoff, as we're about to bring you Friday Night Football here from the beautiful Door Field on the campus of Fitch High School in Groton, Connecticut. St. Louis will again kick off for the Fitch Falcons, going left to right. A high spiraling kick comes down to the short man for Bacon and taken up to the 50-yard line by the Bobcats. That's number 22 of the Bobcats, Jacob Fortin. And what great field position to start the game for Bacon.
Yeah, back-to-back pooch kicks there by Fitch. Obviously wanting to keep the ball out of Gazibwe's hands. A lot of respect for that young man. He's very flashy. He's got a lot of speed. And I think he is one of the players that the Fitch coaching staff has taken notice of this week.
So Bacon with its first possession from the 49-yard line, almost to midfield already. They're going to go 5 wide, 4 wide, and spread. Gazibwe is the lone setback, and, of course, Sean Kelly, the quarterback. Kelly from the shotgun. Flips it out in the right. It goes to Chassie, and a nice gain on first down as Paul Chassie will get a gain of about 5 into Fitch territory, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 5 right away, getting the ball quickly out into a receiver's hand.
Yeah, and this is nothing new for the Fitch defense because Guilford threw for 240 yards last week and kind of prepped them a little bit for this game, but maybe a little bit of a different speed here tonight against Bacon.
Going hurry up again, Kelly this time fakes the handoff to Gazibwe, keeps it himself, but nothing there. Very well defended that time by the Falcons. Number 5, Trent Evans, came up from the end position and snuffed that one out before it had much of a chance.
Aggressive style of defense early going here for Fitch, not laying back in any kind of simple pass coverage. That time they brought their linebackers up to the line of scrimmage and snuffed out the read option by Bacon.
Bacon Academy, we knew was going to go very quick up-tempo. They want to run as many plays as possible tonight, looking for big chunks of yardage. This time they're going to go in a more traditional set in the pistol formation, wide receiver left, wide receiver right, and they don't like that formation, and they are going to call a timeout. Mish Piper was in the backfield along with Gazibwe, and Bacon will call its first timeout.
Yeah, again, I think Fitch showed them a little bit of a different look that they haven't seen on defense there. The quarterback's a little bit unsure of himself on 3rd and 7, so early going with good field position, why take a chance, call a timeout, burn one. I know the coaches don't like that, Casey, but, when you've got good field position like this, be sure of yourself what you got, what play is going to be called.
MJ Sullivan Hyundai, where no money down means no money down. You can lease a 2015 Hyundai Sonata Sport for no money down and only $279 a month for 36 months. They'll pay your first payment, they'll pay your upfront sales tax, and they'll even pay your dealer and registration fee. So you pay $0 down and only $279 a month for a 2015 Hyundai Sonata Sport, only at MJ Sullivan, corner of Broad and Coleman in New London. See the entire inventory at mjsullivanauto.com. Trips left for Bacon from the Fitch 46-yard line. Kelly in the shotgun with Gazibwe. Gazibwe flanks in the pattern. Kelly instead throws over the middle, and it is caught all the way up to the 34-yard line by Dan Narlock, and Narlock will have a Bobcat first down.
Yeah, quick slant there by Narlock. Kelly found him in space against that little bit of a too-deep zone look that time by Fitch. Good pickup on 3rd down, so the timeout proved very well for the Bobcats.
Right back up to the line, back in the pistol formation. Kelly is now under center. We're going to get 3 running backs in the backfield. Fumbled snap. Kelly keeps it himself. Nice, smart play by Kelly. Goes forward for a gain of 5. Busted play that time as Kelly went under center, but wisely just went forward and picked up a nice gain.
Yeah, and Bacon looks relatively sharp even after the bye week. They come out throwing the ball a little bit. They come out very alert on offense. So, I think the bye week probably helped them.
New formation again. Bacon throwing a lot of things early here at Fitch as far as formations go, keeping them up-tempo, not allowing the Falcons to substitute. Kelly wants Gazibwe in the backfield behind him from the pistol. Fake handoff to Gazibwe. Kelly rolls. Kelly pressured. Out to his right. Kelly's going to keep and gets a gain of about 4, close to the first down marker. Pressure put on that time by the Falcons and flushed Kelly out of the pocket, but heads up as he didn't throw the ball. Fresco Stevenson was putting the pressure on Sean Kelly.
Casey, it's going to be very important, too, for the Fitch linebackers to hold their lanes, especially when containment breaks down in the pocket. Very, very good job by the Fitch linebackers that time, staying home and corralling Sean Kelly.
3rd and 4 from the 27-yard line. Kelly, this time he gives to Gazibwe. Gazibwe with some speed. Gazibwe to the outside, trying to get past one block. Gazibwe's going to have a first down. Breaks a tackle. Still on his feet all the way down to the 12-yard line. What an athletic run by Peter Gazibwe. And it will be 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. Nice job there by Gazibwe.
A very patient run by Gazibwe. He got to the outside. He picked and chose his spots, and quick feet got him the last 10 yards on that. Very, very impressive run by Gazibwe early going.
Clearly an electric talent is Peter Gazibwe. You can see why the Falcons are wary of him. He's the lone setback with Kelly in the shotgun. Kelly's going to throw. Kelly into the flat to Gazibwe. Gazibwe inside the 5 before he's run out of bounds there. And it will be 2nd down and perhaps as close as 4 for the Bacon Academy Bobcats. They are knocking on touchdown's door right now.
It's the old cliche where you can't teach speed. Well, Gazibwe's got speed right there. So, either have it or you don't. That kid could be dangerous tonight in open space.
Tyler Bolden is the lone set out to the left for Bacon this time. Kelly in the pistol from the shot. This time fakes the handoff to Gazibwe and instead hands to Mish Piper. And Piper is down inside, it looks to be maybe the 3-yard line, setting up a 3rd and very short for the Bobcats.
Yeah, Bacon's definitely showing you Fitch defense a lot of different looks. Out of the spread, a little trap, a little toss, a little sweep, a little quick slants. Everything here in the first 4 minutes of the game, Bacon is showing Fitch right now.
Narlock is wide right. Bolden is wide left. Kelly under center for the Bobcats. Hands off to Gazibwe. Gazibwe puts his head down and dives into the end zone, waiting for the signal from the officials. Still nothing. They're waving it off, which means they're going to mark him down right on the goal line. Should be enough for a first down, and it will be 1st and goal Bobcats from about the half-yard line.
Yeah, some power running that time by Peter Gazibwe. He just took the ball, went right off center, and put his head down, and Bacon's knocking on the door early going.
Bacon with a quick snap that time, waiting for the official signal. Touchdown! Touchdown, Sean Kelly on the quarterback keeper, and the first points of the ball game right down the field. The Bacon Academy Bobcats showing lots of offensive versatility. 6-0.
Yeah, Fitch defense back on their heels a little bit. They saw it all. They saw the shotgun set. They saw the 5 wides. They saw runs. They saw power football. Bacon showing that they've got all the arsenal here early going.
Matt Seacard into the ball game for the extra point for the Bobcats with 8:12 remaining here in the first period. 6-0 the Bobcats just scored on their opening possession. Snap is good. The kick is up, and it is through the uprights. Extra point by Seacard is good, and that'll bring your score to to Bacon Academy 7, Fitch nothing with 8:12 here in the first.
Yeah, well, Casey, coming off the week off, I think that's just what what Bacon wanted right there. I mean, right down the field, they took advantage of the good field position off the kickoff, and they didn't hold anything back in the playbook in that first drive. We saw a little sampling of everything, and Fitch right now will get the ball and see if they can answer themselves.
I was a little surprised to see Fitch defer. I thought they would actually take the opening kickoff because Coach Ellis was pretty clear that he thought one of the keys to Bacon's success was their ability to jump out early on teams.
Sure.
And sort of play with a lead, play a little bit loose with a lead, and he was afraid that that might happen tonight, so he wanted to keep the game close. So I was a little surprised to see them let Bacon have the opening possession. Now they find themselves in a 7-0 hole, and that's not what Fitch wants here in the early going.
I think part of Fitch's good defense is going to be a good offense, which means ball control and possession and keeping the ball out of Kelly's hands a little bit.
Johnson back deep for Fitch. Bacon will be kicking off up 7-0. We're waiting for the official's whistle, and Fitch will have its first possession of the game. Short little pooch kick going in the other direction, right out of bounds. Not even an attempt that time to kick the ball down the field by Bacon. And we're going to get a penalty, and Fitch will have great field position for its opening possession.
We've seen 3 kickoffs totaling 20 yards total here in the early going.
So Fitch will come out, and they will run a very motion-oriented wing T style of offense with a lot of guys moving around. You're going to see Robert Duncan controlling the ball, and in our previous times with him, we saw that he is a master at the read option, a master at taking the ball and pulling it out. So we're going to have all kinds of fun seeing who he actually gives the ball to tonight.
And good luck reading the numbers.
I'm
with you. I'm supporting you tonight. You've got spotters.
I've got the legendary Leo Ficini to my left, and he's going to help me with all of those players. From the shotgun, Duncan. He's going to roll left. He's going to throw. On the move, he throws, and it's incomplete. Great defense by Gazibwe out there for Bacon. And a little surprised there, Keith, to see a pass on first down from Fitch.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I like Fitch, like to have Duncan on the edge a little bit, like to have him moving his feet a little bit. But, he's got good field position here, so, listen, it's going to be one of those nights.
2nd and 10 for Fitch. They are at their own 38-yard line, their first possession of the ball game, trailing 7-0 already to Bacon, 8:06 remaining in the first period. This time, Duncan under center, and he's going to toss out wide to, looks like Cleon McClish. McClish is going to put the ball on the turf. A flag's going to come down, and we're going to get a penalty on the play. We'll see what the officials call. Keith, what do you see out there?
I think like a personal foul, almost like a helmet-to-helmet hit on, a holding. I'm sorry. I'm over 2 tonight. Holding on the Fitch Falcons. Wow.
That's why you're up here and not down there wearing the zebra suits.
I need glasses, too, bad. I'm telling you. I have a good voice, but I can't see a lick, Casey O'Neill.
Well, that's okay. Nobody can see the Fitch uniforms right now anyway. They're black and beautiful, but not easy to read. So that's going to be a penalty against the Fitch Falcons. Not a good way to start their first possession of the ball game. An incomplete pass followed by a holding penalty that's going to back them way up. And this Fitch offense really isn't built for the big, long-distance situations. They really want to sort of test you,
right,
and then pop a big play.
Right. Down and distance is key for any kind of young team or any kind of team in general. So, second down and 20s. Certainly not good down and distance right now for the Fitch Falcons.
Guys to listen for tonight, we already called Cleon McClish's name. Of course, Seven Riley, Parker Gibson, Jonathan Johnston, all members that will see the ball for the Fitch Falcons from the backfield. Straight drop, Duncan. Duncan looking down the field, and it's incomplete. Great defense by Paul Chassis, as the pass was intended for my favorite guy, Luke Letellier.
Very, very aggressive defense that time by Bacon. 9 guys in the box, single coverage on the outside. And, Letellier got free there. The ball was slightly underthrown by Duncan. We'll bring up again, bad down and distance, third and about 20.
Of course, I spent the entire game calling him Letelier, and I'm going to share a funny story regarding that Coach Ellis shared with us later. Luke Letellier, the unfortunate recipient of my bad pronunciation. Low snap, keeper by Duncan. Duncan into the linebackers, just trying to get back to the original line of scrimmage, which he'll do. He's going to get them up to their own 40-yard line, but the Falcons will have a very long 4th and long, and they will punt the ball away on their first possession.
Now, good safe play there by the Fitch Falcons, hoping to flip field position here a little bit with the Bacon Academy Bobcats. So 3 and out, first time with the ball for the Falcons.
Here's an interesting thing. Duncan is also the punter for the Falcons, and Gazibwe is the returner for Bacon. Duncan, high kick, might give Gazibwe a chance, but he's going to let it bounce, and it takes a neutral bounce, and Fitch will down the ball at the Bacon Academy 27-yard line. So Bacon will have its second possession at the 27-yard line. Now, Keith, back when we did Fitch and we saw them turn the tides and they won that game against East Lyme, we were there for that game, and I referred to Luke Letellier as Luke Letelier for the entire game. I mispronounced the whole game.
Yes.
And I was very apologetic. I felt terrible, but as I found out, he is such a good sport about it. The Fitch team and the Fitch kids in school have started a new nickname. His new nickname is Letelier.
He's a cult icon in the hallways of Fitch High School.
They're calling him Letelier. Kelly on first down will pass. Short toss over the middle to Gazibwe. Gazibwe breaks a tackle. Gazibwe slips another tackle. He is slippery. First down, Bacon on a 20-yard little flip pass out to Peter Gazibwe.
Gazibwe showing speed and patience early going here in this game, touching the ball and getting positive yardage. And that's what I like about him, his patience to wait for the blocks and find the hole, and then the ability to turn the jets on, Casey O'Neill.
He is elusive and quick, absolutely a presence
Kelly is
out
4
there.
for 4 with 37 yards.
Kelly already 4 for 4 here in the opening. He'll have a first down to Gazibwe. Gazibwe's into the second level. Gazibwe breaks a tackle. Another first down for the Bobcats. Peter Gazibwe was 6 yards deep before the first Fitch Falcon touched him.
Yeah, vision in the hole and the cutback, and Gazibwe's got something working down there in the field right now. Fitch is going to have to try and hit him early because it seems like when he gets a little bit of a head of speed, a little head of steam on him, he's a tough character. His vision is very good out there in the field.
First and 10 Bobcats into the Falcon territory. They have a 7-0 lead with 6:28 in the first, and they are moving. 4 wide, 2 left, 2 right for Kelly from the shotgun. Kelly, quick out into the flat. He throws to Narlock. Narlock breaks a tackle. Narlock goes down and will be close to another Bacon Academy first down inside the 40 all the way to the 33-yard line.
Casey, these are all quick-hitting plays, too. We don't see any downfield passing by this Bacon Academy team. We see handoffs. We see quick slants. We see bubble screens. So it's not like Bacon's trying to chew up big chunks of yards at a play, but they are because of their speed.
Kelly from the shotgun. Kelly to throw again in the flat and dropped by Chassis. That time Chassis had a chance, was looking for a little wide receiver bubble screen to Chassis, but not there. It's going to bring up third and about a half a yard.
Yeah, Kelly, 5 out of 6 here in the early going. Very, very efficient so far in the beginning of this game. And again, it's all quick hitting stuff for Bacon. The speed side to side by the Fitch defenders will be tested.
Yeah, and they are just running right back up to the line of scrimmage. Bacon running as many plays as possible. They will again go 4 wide this time. 2 right, 2 left. Kelly in the shotgun with Gazibwe. Kelly fakes the handoff, gives to Gazibwe. Gazibwe is going to have a first down inside the 30-yard line to the 29-yard line. Peter Gazibwe and Bacon so far having its way in the air and on the ground.
Offensive line of Bacon having its way as well with the Fitch defensive line right now. Moving bodies in and out. The Bacon offensive line's big, they're strong, and they're very, very fast, Casey.
Right up to the line of scrimmage they go again. 6 minutes and 4 seconds remaining here in the first period. Bacon Academy 7, Fitch nothing. Bacon driving with the ball at the Fitch 29-yard line. Kelly in the shotgun. Hands the ball off to Gazibwe. Oh, that was a very, very dangerous It was almost like a Statue of Liberty. He put the ball behind him, did Kelly, and Gazibwe almost fumbled that. That was a very, very nonchalant handoff, but it will result in no gain and maybe a loss of a half a yard, 2nd and 11.
Little fake pass, little Boise State football action there in that play, and could have been costly.
Kelly will run again from the shotgun with Gazibwe. This time Bacon goes 2 wide right and 1 left is Chassis. Kelly fakes the handoff, throws in the flat to Narlock. Narlock's got it close to the first down marker, driven out of bounds there. It'll bring up 3rd and 3, almost to the 20-yard line. A short, manageable 3rd down for Bacon Academy.
Casey, early going in this game, too, the Fitch defenders are really laying off the Bacon wide receivers. I mean, at some point here, you're not going to be able to let Bacon dink and dunk you down the line. Be physical with the wide receivers off the line of scrimmage.
3rd, and they're going to mark him out 3rd and 5. They marked Narlock out of bounds at the 25. So 3rd and 5 from the 25. Kelly in the shotgun for Bacon. Kelly's going to throw. And low throw, and it's incomplete. Dropped out there by Tyler Bolden on a low throw by Kelly. I'm sure he wished he had that one back. 4th and 5 from the 25, and I think Bacon's in position where they're going to go for it.
I don't see why not. Up 7-0 right now with 4.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Moving the ball quite efficiently on the ground and in the air. Why not take a shot on the road?
This is a big play for that Fitch defense, and we see Gazibwe now split left. They're going to go 4 wide left, 1 right. 5 wide receivers, no running backs. Kelly is it by himself in the backfield. Straight drop to Kelly. Kelly looks out in the flat to Gazibwe, and it's incomplete. What a great play out there by Luke Letellier. Letellier, I thought he was going to have a pick 6, but he knocked it down, and instead it will be turnover on downs. Fitch ball, great play by Letellier.
That sideline out pattern is very, very dangerous. If you don't have a strong arm to get it out there, very, very tough. Good play by Fitch defense that time. Big stop on 4th down.
4:45 remaining. Falcons will have their second possession at their own 25-yard line. That time, Kelly locked into Gazibwe. He had an open receiver in the pattern, but he locked in on Gazibwe, and I think all eyes were also on Gazibwe. A dangerous throw that time by Kelly. Parker Gibson is the lone set. Handoff faked by Duncan. Duncan instead pitches out, and a great play on the edge made by Jason Geary of the Bobcats.
No sail that time by Duncan on the pitch on the keeper to the fullback. Pitch to the outside did not fool the Beacon defense as they are coming with their ears pinned behind their head. Casey O'Neill, big stop, 2nd down and long.
Cleon McClish was the running back that time who got the option pitch, and nothing doing. Great job that time by Geary on the edge. It's going to bring up 2nd and 15 with 4:14 remaining. Falcons rushing up to the football. They're going to send 2 wides left. Duncan under center. Trying to get the Bobcats to jump. He may have done that, and we're going to get a flag on the play. We're going to see if the Bobcats jumped or if the Falcons moved. We'll see what the officials call. I think the Falcons might have moved off of the Bobcat movement. We'll see who the official decides was the perpetrator of the
hard count there by Duncan.
Indiscretion. There's a lot of talk down there for who jumped first.
Yeah.
Not that complicated. Officials say dead ball, illegal procedure against the Falcons. That's going to back them up 5 more, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and 20.
Yeah, so far early going in this game, Fitch has been fighting uphill, especially with down and distance, 2nd and 20, 3rd and 10. I mean, not favorable field position so far for the Falcons.
Also, just not a crisp offense that they're running right now. They're penalties. They're really just not, doing anything to help themselves. 2nd and 20 for the Falcons. Duncan will be under center. Duncan, straight drop, looking to throw. Duncan pressured. Duncan escapes pressure. Duncan still on the roll. Throws, and it's incomplete. What a great job by Duncan. He was elusive. Got out of the pocket, looked for McClish.
And a flag down on the play as well, so looked like Duncan may have been roughed or hit out of bounds. Oh, roughing the passer is the call as Duncan was scrambling to the sideline, Casey O'Neill, got rid of the ball, and then was hit by a Bacon defender on the sideline. So, unconventionally, Fitch will pick up their first down of the game.
Yeah, and that's something I know that Coach Larka on the Bacon sideline. I'm surrounded by
driving nuts.
I'm surrounded by high school football coaches here in the booth right now.
Legends.
And they're all shaking their heads right now. That is just a really bad choice. You got a team on its heels and you give them an automatic first down.
Yeah, that's a very, very tough call, especially on the road like that. And Fitch's offense has been struggling So, I mean, in the past, had no real shot of being completed as well.
No, and so instead of 3rd and 20, they're going to have an automatic first down, and the Falcons get out of the shadow of their own end zone. You know, sometimes, kids make mistakes instinctually, but sometime in the back of your mind, you got to know the last thing you can do
Yeah, when you let up, you got to let up over there, Casey. You can't do that. You have no shot on making a play on the sidelines. You're only going to hurt the team. So
it'll be 1st and 10 Fitch at their own 29-yard line. 3:37 remaining here in the first period. Bacon on top, 7-0. You're listening to Game Day live on theday.com. Casey O'Neill along with the sports doctor, Keith O'Brien. Duncan pitches out to Johnson. Johnson to the corner. Johnson's trying to get to the edge and can't get there. Run out of bounds by Gazibwe after a gain of perhaps 2.
Johnson off the left-hand side, never had a cutback lane there. Good pursuit that time by the Bacon defense. Johnson was looking to turn it upfield, never had the opportunity as the Bacon linebackers pursued very well side to side on that play, Case.
So far, Bacon has showed superior speed on both sides of the football, something we were not expecting against the speed of Fitch, but so far so good for the Bobcats.
Well, they get some big bodies up front too, and they move remarkably well on both sides of the ball, Casey, defensively and offensively.
2nd and 8. That was a 2-yard gain. Ball up to the 29-yard line. Duncan under center for the Falcons. Handoff goes up the middle. That looks to be the Falcons' best run of the day. What a great job that time. I still can't tell you who it was.
15.
Riley.
16.
7 Riley. All right, folks, let me apologize for the dead air that you just heard, but we couldn't tell who that was. That was 7 Riley who took the handoff that time and got the biggest play for the Fitch Falcons of the day. Got them all the way into Bacon territory up to the 37-yard line. Nice job that time by 7 Riley. He stays in the backfield. Again, the handoff goes to Riley. He spins, breaks a tackle, but can't break the second tackle. And a nice job by the pursuit of the Bacon Academy linebackers that time, coming out of the pack for Bacon. Number 54, that is Zach Hill, one of the captains out of his linebacker position. It's going to be a loss of 1, but Riley that time had something, tried to spin, but the pursuit was there.
Yeah, back-to-back draws and screens will tend to slow down a fast-pursuing defense. Yeah, they popped a big one for about 30 yards, and that time Riley just kind of ran to the line a little bit. But draws and screens to slow down that defense.
Riley is the back. Johnson and McClish in motion. McClish, Duncan. Quick throw into the flat, into this no good. He was looking for Johnson that time, coming from his wing position, incomplete. That's going to be 3rd and long for the Falcons.
Duncan 0 for 4 here in the early going, passing patterns, timing just a little bit off right now for the Fitch Falcon offense, Casey.
You know, the junior voice of Game Day and I were on the field before the game, and Duncan was doing a fantastic job on the field pregame, throwing timing routes. So far, that timing's been a little bit off. 3rd and 11.
I'm sorry, Casey. The offense in general looks a little out of sync right now.
3rd and 11, and from the shotgun, Duncan, and we got to have some movement again, and no flag. Play's going to go live, and nothing doing. That play was a mess from the beginning. First, you had Johnson moving, then you had Riley moving, both on the Falcons side of things. For some reason, no flag. Fitch ran the play, which never had a shot because they had 2 different guys moving before the play, and it was snuffed out by Bacon before anything could happen. Now it's 4th and 10.
Yeah, Fitch drive is stalled here a little bit after that big run they had. And right now, like I said, they're searching for some sort of rhythm on offense.
We're going to have 4th and 9 from the 37-yard line of Bacon. Big play here for the Fitch offense with 1:47 remaining in the first period. They trail 7-0. Duncan rolls right. Duncan looking downfield. Duncan, dangerous pass back over the middle of the field. Incomplete. And another flag on the play, and I think they're going to look at Bacon for perhaps a late hit there after the pass was overthrown. He was looking for Letellier. Great coverage on the play by Gazibwe and Chassis, and I think they're going to nail Nick Provost for an unsportsmanlike penalty after the play.
Could be the second unsportsmanlike roughing the passer, a second dead ball penalty on this drive, Casey, that is giving Fitch wonderful field position and another opportunity here.
Duncan rolled right, had nothing going on, tried to throw it and force it into triple coverage to Letellier, overthrew it, nothing was there, and instead we got a flag on the play, and now they're pointing back towards Fitch. I have no idea what's going on down there.
I don't think the officials do either. That's off the record.
Here we go. Personal foul against Bacon Academy. After the
play?
So what we got here on the field was an incomplete pass. The ball was overthrown to Letellier. After that, personal foul against Bacon Academy, and they're going to march the ball backwards, so Bacon Academy will lose yardage after the play. So it was a post-incomplete penalty against the Bobcats.
Only thing that cost them there is 15 yards field position. Didn't cost them possession, so Bacon will retain and have the ball.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say that, Bacon has a good team, whereas Fitch has a history of a program.
Right.
I've seen 2 unsportsmanlike penalties that have cost 15 yards, and you've got to know better. That's the kind of thing that comes back and bites you.
Sure.
A young team like Bacon or an inexperienced team like Bacon, you got to know better than that. Gazibwe with the handoff for Bobcats, looks to get to the edge. Nice job that time. Nice pursuit by the Falcons, and it'll be a gain of maybe a yard, maybe even a loss of a yard, depending on the official spot. So Bacon went quickly with Gazibwe, but nothing there that time. Best we've seen the Falcons defend.
Well, I noticed the Falcons linebackers creeping a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage and stringing the play out that time. So trying to close out any kind of cushion that Gazibwe may have on a cutback lane as well.
Kelly's is by himself in the backfield right now. Bacon going 5 wide again, trips left, and the lone person in the backfield is Kelly. Kelly from the shotgun. Kelly steps up and pressured. Kelly rolls right. Kelly throws over the middle. He's got Chassis at the 50. Chassis in the open. 30. Chassis at the 20. 10. 5. Touchdown, Bacon Academy. Paul Chassis on a laser beam from Sean Kelly. And just like that, wow, 13-0 Bobcats.
67-yard pitch and catch for senior quarterback Sean Kelly. Big play and speed on the outside, and that time the receiver got behind the Fitch defender, and it was nobody between him and the end zone, Casey.
And what a throw by Sean Kelly, rolling right out of pressure through an absolute laser beam, hit Chassis in stride, and he did all the rest of the work. And with 1:15 remaining here in period number 1, C-Card on for the extra point. Bacon looking to extend the lead. Snap good, hold down, kick is up. And it is good, and with 1:15 remaining in the first period, Bacon Academy 14, the Fitch Falcons nothing.
7 for 10 for 119 yards and a touchdown for Kelly. And you know what? Bacon has been dinking and dunking all game long. They get a receiver behind the Fitch defenders, and Fitch gets burned for a big play.
I know it's only the first period, but I have to ask, what happened at Killingly? This is a Bacon team that drilled New London, beat Ledyard, and right now looks very, very good. You have to say, what happened?
I was at that game.
I know you were. I'm asking you.
I'm going to tell you what
I'm
happened.
asking you, what happened to Killingly?
Killingly beat him up. They beat him up. They out-physicaled him. They pushed him around the offensive line, defensive line, and Killingly went in with a very, very simple game plan. We're going to toughen up. We're going to tie up our bootstraps. We're going to run the ball down your throat. And that's exactly what they did.
That is, I got to see Killingly now, because that's, watch what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a very physical, very athletic Bacon team, and this is exactly what Fitch did not want. Down 14-0, the Bobcats out in front running, which was what Coach Ellis was afraid of on the Falcons sideline.
He's a good quarterback, too. He's a senior out there. It's his time right now in the ECC.
From his own 40. Kick is pooched and goes into the middle of the field. Falcons will have great field position. Return is going to be to the 45-yard line, and they're still going, churning his legs. That Fitch got the ball all the way up to midfield, and we're going to have good field position by the Falcons here, just inside their own territory at around the 49-yard line.
Yeah, Casey, this is where it comes in handy to have a coach like Mike Ellis, who's been around the block a little bit, 14, 15 years on the job, settle his kids down a little bit at home. Listen, let's make some plays. We're only down by two scores. Let's get one here, and let's get back in the game.
1:05 remaining in period number 1. Fitch with the football, going left to right in their home black uniforms. Senior Robert Duncan is under center for the Falcons. Bacon with 9 guys in the box. Duncan throws out in the flat to Letellier. Letellier looking for a block. Letellier gets to the outside. Letellier cuts it back. First down, Falcons all the way into Bacon territory to the 35-yard line. Luke Letellier.
Best pitch and catch of the day for Duncan Letellier. Good pickup on first down. Keeping it simple, Casey. Throwing it out the receiver, one-on-one coverage, letting your guy make a play, and that's exactly what Letellier did.
or as they call him now,
Letelier.
Letelier.
Yeah, you got it. You're stuck with that.
Oh,
You're okay with it.
I've given this kid his nickname, and I feel terrible about it. But I'm also kind of I'm honored that I'm honored that I was able to contribute to the ribbing that this poor kid gets now. 1st and 10 Falcons, under a minute here remaining in period number 1. Duncan, handoff, it goes up the middle, and it's going to be a nice gain of about 5 yards on first down by Parker Gibson. And that's going to take us perhaps to the end of the first period. I'm not sure Fitch is going to want to run another play down with 25 seconds remaining. It was a gain of 5 on first down by Gibson.
Positive yardage on 1st and 2nd down. I mean, the first 2 plays coming off the scoring drive by Bacon. Fitch's offense has come out and gotten positive yardage.
We're down to 10 seconds. 31-yard line from Fitch. We'll see if they get one more play off before the end of the first period. Yes, they will. Duncan throws out into the flat wide receiver screen, and nothing there. Great job by Paul Chassie from his defensive back position. Comes up and immediately stopped Letelier behind the line. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
There was a big-time tackle there because Letelier had a little bit of room in front of him. He could have slipped that tackle, might have had a decent gain, but very, very fast-moving first quarter as Bacon leads 14-0 here at Fitch High School, Casey. Taking a look around the league tonight in the ECC so far, Wyndham 6-0 over NFA. In a game there, you've got Killingly 0-0 at the end of the first quarter with New London. And you've got Ledyard 14-7. In the first quarter, ended on a sack by your guy, Tanner Daggett, down there at Ledyard High School. Ledyard leads Montville.
That's going to be those are 3 very interesting games. I liked Wyndham a lot when we saw them. NFA so beat up right now. That's a very, very good matchup between those 2 teams. Obviously, the aforementioned Killingly, who was the only team to have stopped Bacon Academy, against a struggling New London team, and Montville, who the one thing they do is they are physical against Ledyard. Duncan rolls right, busted play. Now he's on a hitch and go, looking down the sidelines, and it's incomplete. Just overthrown. Down on the goal line. Nice job by Duncan on the hitch and go, but it fell incomplete at the goal line. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Now, Letelier intended receiver on the play. So far, Duncan early in this game, only 2 for 8 for 14 yards, Casey. Like you said, a bit of a busted play there, taking a shot downfield just out of the outstretched hands of Letelier.
I think it was supposed to be play action, but instead when the handoff never even materialized, Duncan just wisely went hitch and then go. And Letelier had some room. The ball was put where it needed to be. It was literally 3 inches away from being a touchdown pass. So 4th and 6 from the 31, and the Falcons are going to go for it. McClish going to go out wide right to give the Falcons trips right now. Duncan under center. Duncan hands off on an inside sort of a trap reverse, but it's not going to get the first down. That went to number 2, Isaiah Sebastian. But that's not going to be enough, and that's going to bring up 1st and 10 Bacon at their own 28-yard line. So an interesting call on 4th and 6.
Yeah, one of the things, too, I see early going in this game in the first quarter, so Casey, is, when we saw Fitch play against East Lyme way back in week 2 of the season, Duncan looked very good on the edge, and we have not seen that yet tonight out of Rob Duncan. He looked good in the passing game, making plays while he was moving. He's been more of a drop-back passer so far.
Kelly from the shotgun throws out into the flat, tackle broken, and still on his feet, still down the sideline. What a nice run by Tyler Bolden of Bacon Academy, and they're just like that. They're going to be all the way into Fitch territory.
And those are the plays that Fitch has got to make on D. Slip tackle and miss here and miss there. And you know what? The speed of these Bacon wide receivers, that's going to cost dividends right there for Fitch defense.
They are going to mark Bolden out at the 40-yard line, so Bacon will have it 1st and 10 from their own 40. From the pistol, Kelly pitches to Gazibwe. Gazibwe pursued nicely, and nothing there. Great job on the edge by the Falcons. Tyreek Scott did a great job with pursuit that time. 2nd and 9.
Almost looked like Gazibwe outran everybody there, even his blockers on that play. There was nobody out in front of him except for a wall of Fitch black shirts.
From the 40-yard line, 2nd and 11 now it'll be. Bacon with a 14-0 lead, 11.5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Sean Kelly having a great night so far from Bacon. He's going to throw. Kelly flips it out into the flat. It goes to Mish Piper. Piper breaks a tackle, heads to the middle of the field, and gets all the way up to the first down marker to right at midfield. It's going to bring up third and maybe a foot. Nice job that time by Piper, and a nice heady play by Kelly.
Yeah, Kelly on a check down that time obviously found Piper in the middle of the field, and it just seems like right now whoever touches the ball for Bacon in space is making plays. So space is Fitch is going to try and close that up a little bit.
Narlock wide right. Instead, it's going to be a quarterback keeper by Kelly on 3rd and 1, and what a quarterback keeper it was, all the way down to the 45-yard line of Fitch. That's a couple times now we've seen Kelly on quarterback keepers do very well straight ahead.
And also in short yardage situation, quick count, quick snap by Bacon Academy on offense. Kind of look like Tom Brady there, Case. What do you think?
Well, the center for Bacon Academy is doing a really great job. That's Jared Kermody, and what a great job he did that time, leaving the way for Kelly. Kelly will be from the shotgun in the 50-yard line. Straight drop, looks for Gazibwe, instead throws deep down the field, up for grabs, and is it intercepted? Intercepted! Intercepted by Fitch. Cleon McClish. Cleon McClish, what an interception as he went up and took it away. Big play by the Fitch defense, much needed.
Yeah, McClish one-on-one on the outside. Very, very good coverage. Stayed with the receiver. Looked back, Casey, and found the ball at the exact moment. And Fitch is in business as their defense makes a big-time stop for them. Let's see if they can get the ball rolling downhill now on offense instead of fighting uphill.
10:25 remaining here in the first half. 14-0 Bacon Academy. What that amounts to is a tremendous punt because that puts Fitch in the shadow of their own end zone from the 9 or maybe the 8-yard line. Duncan rolls weak side. Duncan looking to throw. In the flat it goes, no good. He was looking for Cam Albin, and it's going to go incomplete.
The timing pattern on the play there, and you talked about Duncan hitting those timing patterns in practice before the game, but that time just a little bit off. Duncan's not hitting his full stride as he is 2 for 9 for 14 yards here early going in this second quarter.
Yeah, and they're really going to need him to sort of step up and make some different kinds of throws. They're trying to get him out to the edge like you talked about. That time they rolled him weak side, but he just overthrew Albin. Falcons will go 4 wide this time, trying to spread things out on the Bobcats. Duncan under center. Gives the ball inside, handoff. It goes, not much there. Nice job by the center of the Bacon Academy line coming out of the play, number 43, Julian Lindo. It's going to bring up 3rd and long. Not a place that Fitch is comfortable.
And now even with the spread formation that time, the Bacon front 4 did a very, very nice job. Big people up there, and even with the defense spread out, and they've got 4 defensive backs in the game at that point, Bacon doing a nice job up front.
Yep, Hill, Kornbrath, Brown, and Lindo, the 4 big guys up front for Bacon, doing a real good job.
They can all move,
controlling
Casey.
the line.
They can all move.
3rd down. Duncan, quarterback keeper, heads towards a first down, drives forward, and Robert Duncan, with that last little bit of effort, might have gotten a first down all the way up to the 20-yard line. Looks like they're going to move the chains. What a great individual effort by Robert Duncan.
Simple play there on 3rd down, safe play. Duncan got space up the middle and put his head down, got the last 3 yards all on his own. Fitch picking up a first down here, keeping the ball rolling.
1st and 10 Falcons from their own 20, 9:20 remaining here in the first period. Bacon Academy on top, 14-0. Robert Duncan under center this time. Handoff looks like up the middle, and it's going to be a fumble on the ground, and Bacon saying they have it, and indeed, out of the pile comes Lindo, Julian Lindo, with the recovery for Bacon, and just like that, the Bobcats are in business at the Fitch 20.
And there was a bad exchange on the handoff by Duncan and the tailback, and when things happen down there, especially deep in your own end, it spells out trouble, and that's a tough, tough break for the Falcons.
So with 9:04 remaining, the Falcons back on their heels again, trying to avert getting even further in the hole, down 14-0.
Yeah, very sloppy on offense early going for Fitch.
Kelly in the shotgun. He's got Gazibwe. Kelly hands to Gazibwe. Gazibwe's trying to get to the edge. Cuts it back inside. It's a race for the end zone. Gazibwe dives, and he'll be just short. They're going to mark him down around the 1-yard line. Oh, now the officials are putting his hands in the air. Touchdown. Touchdown, Peter Gazibwe.
Gazibwe, some patient running. Took it to the outside. Quick feet. I like that kid in space. He's extremely fast. and extremely dangerous. And right off the turnover, Bacon punches one in Casey on one play.
You know, you're right about Gazibwe. He is probably the most mature runner we've seen this year as far as patience and knowing where to cut. He's got speed. He's got vision. Very, very impressive. 20-0 Bacon. C-Card in for the extra point to try to make it a 3-touchdown lead for the Bobcats.
Gazibwe's got 8 carries for 57 yards.
8 carries for 57 yards, only going for Peter Gazibwe.
Snap, hold, kick are all good. And with 8:55 remaining here in the first period, Bacon Academy 21, Fitch nothing. And wow, not what we saw coming.
No, it's a tough matchup so far here early for Fitch. Bacon came off the bye week. We talked to the coaching staff. You know, I believe it was on Wednesday. The coach talked about bringing the kids back together. Talked about refocusing themselves on the field and their commitment. They made a trip last week to Guilford High School to watch Fitch together as a team. They brought in a motivational speaker. I mean, the Bacon coaching staff did a wonderful job preparing the team for this week's game.
Yeah, I thought that getting a bus in their off week, in their bye week, and taking a team trip to Guilford to watch the Falcons play was a wonderful way to spend some time together as a team. They sort of healed both physically and emotionally from a sort of a physical beating that they took at the hands of Killingly.
Yeah, and that coaching staff even told you, too, the team came unraveled a little bit in that Killingly game. There was some, pointing of fingers. And, listen, they came off of 3 huge wins in a row. A game at Stonington. They beat, Ledyard. They beat New London. So I guess if there was due for a letdown game, it was against Killingly.
Chakiris will kick off for Bacon from his own 40-yard line, 21-0 Bobcats. A low driving line drive ground ball kick taken by the Falcons up at the 40-yard line. And we're going to have another penalty on the play. Wow. Penalty comes in. Letellier was the up man who received it for the Falcons. We'll see what the penalty on the field is.
We haven't seen a traditional kickoff yet tonight. We've seen pooch kicks and pooch punts and, onside kick and kicking out of bounds. Casey, we have not seen the traditional kickoff yet.
Another personal foul against Bacon, this time for a face mask. Other than the 1-7 Riley run, the best offense for Fitch tonight has been unsportsmanlike penalties against Bacon.
Yeah, 3 of them totaling for 45 yards for the Bobcats early going.
And it's going to move the ball all the way up towards midfield. So great starting position as the Falcons will actually cross midfield. They will start this drive in Bacon territory at the 49-yard line of the Academy.
Right now, time for Fitch to establish some sort of offensive identity in this game. They have not done that yet. They haven't run the ball very well, and Duncan's not sharp throwing the ball.
4 wides for Falcons. Instead, Duncan's going to keep, and he was wrapped up pretty quickly. Great job by Sebastian Kotu that time. They call him Sebi. Sebi Kotu with the tackle in the Fitch backfield. It's going to be 2nd and 11.
Yeah, 4 carries for 19 yards here for Duncan early going in this game. So, again, searching for answers, searching for some sort of offensive rhythm where it's a quarterback keeper, trying to establish the line of scrimmage, which right now Bacon owns.
8:20 remaining here, 21-0 Bobcats. Fitch looking for some offense to try to score here in the half. This time, Duncan on the keeper, nothing there. What a great job, Julian Lindo. Julian Lindo with a sack on Robert Duncan back into Fitch territory. And the wrong way Falcons right now are going. They're going backwards.
A read option that time by Duncan, and nobody was buying the fullback. And it looked like Duncan was going to throw that ball, but very, very fast pursuing. And again, that Bacon defensive line is establishing themselves in the first half of this game. And it's tough for Fitch right now to do anything, Casey. I mean, they haven't run the ball effectively. They haven't thrown the ball effectively. So the big boys up front for the Bobcats doing work.
We talked about how big the Browns were for NFA.
Yeah.
Dylan Kornbrath for Bacon Academy is a large human being as well.
He is.
Handoff this time for Fitch, and nothing there as immediately slipping to the ground was Parker Gibson. That's going to be another loss on the play, and it's going to bring up 4th and long. And I think the best thing the Fitch Falcons can do right now is punt this thing away and hope that their defense can hold.
Tough going so far here for the Falcons. And again, it's a combination of 2 things. It could be a little bit rusty. I mean, Bacon's played very well, but Fitch is not executing on the offensive end right now.
That was actually Cam Albin that took that handoff and fell to the ground. I'm not sure if that's a statement about my eyesight or we keep blaming the Fitch uniforms, but maybe we should blame ourselves. And the Falcons down 21-0 are going to go for it. Shotgun, and no, I love it. Duncan's going to do the Tom Brady punt out of the shotgun, and he's going to do a great job. He's going to bring it inside the 20-yard line. What a nice job by Robert Duncan that time. Took it out of the shotgun, punted it away, and all the way down inside to the 10-yard line. It's going to be marked down. Nice job by Duncan.
Yeah, I love these Tom Brady references, too. They are the best team in the NFL. You know that. But anyway, yeah, Duncan, you did a good punt there, and let's see what Bacon can do now deep in their own end. It's important here for Fitch to stop the bleeding and not give up another score, Casey, before half.
Well, great job all the way inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. So Bacon starting at its own 7 with a 21-point lead. Let's see if the Fitch defense can step up, make some plays. Kelly from the shotgun. Hands the ball off. And it's going to be not much there. The handoff went to number 6, Mish Piper, but not a lot there. Tackle made after a gain of about 1.
Bacon's going to keep coming, though. They keep coming to the line of scrimmage right here. Volume plays, score points, 300, 100, the number that Eric Larkin talked about during the week.
6:12 remaining here in the second period. Timeout as the officials are waving their arms. We're trying to see why. 6:08 remaining. Now they're going to wait. They're going to wind the clock again. These officials are also trying to keep up with the Bacon team there, who runs up to the line as quick as possible. Gazibwe's the lone set. Kelly from the shot. Kelly in the flat, flag down. It went out to Narlock, and nothing there. Nice job by the Fitch defense. It's going to be gain of perhaps a half a yard, but we'll see what the flag is.
Yeah, I'm going to guess only 6 guys on the line of scrimmage at that time for Bacon, as they had 4 and 5 wide, and did not have the proper personnel on the line of scrimmage at that time.
I think if Bacon had its way, it'd be like they'd go like playground football, like 8 wide.
Yeah, sure.
And like just 2 guys at the line of scrimmage that block, and they just send 8 guys out into the pattern.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good quarterback for that, too. Kelly's pretty poised back there early going.
Like a gunslinger back there. He's got all these guys running in the patterns, gets the ball, throws it, gets in, throws it quickly out. You don't see him doing a lot of deep drops.
Right, not a lot of thinking. First read, second read, get rid of the ball.
This penalty will be against Bacon. It's going to move them half the distance to the goal line, which is going to bring up a 2nd down and long from inside about the 4-yard line. 6:01 remaining here. And, of course, Fitch will decline the penalty, it looks like, bringing up a 3rd down from the 8-yard line. So third down and 10, 3rd and 11 from the 8-yard line. Kelly, and another flag. All right, more whistles.
Now, that's part of the game. Now, high school kids, Casey O'Neill. Flag, 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 flag. We got a couple of ex-coaches up here. Oh, it's timeout.
Timeout,
Bacon. Yeah, and you got a couple of ex-coaches up here in the booth with you, and they're shaking their heads as well and a little frustrated. And a couple of guys want to go down there and give a little pep talk as well.
Well, this is a good time for me to talk about MJ Sullivan Hyundai because that they always settles me down. Because when I find out that you can have no money down, and it means no money down, you can lease a 2015 Hyundai Sonata Sport for no money down and only $279 a month for 36 months. They're going to pay your first payment. They're going to pay your upfront sales tax, your registration and dealer conveyance fees. You pay 0 down and only $279 a month for a 2015 Hyundai Sonata Sport. Only at MJ Sullivan Hyundai, the corner of Broad and Coleman Streets in New London. You can see the entire inventory at mjsullivanauto.com.
I will say this, though, Casey. The couple of the coaches, the ex-guys we got up here in the booth, they're actually doing a pretty good job of restraining themselves. Now no body English, no body language, nobody, no guys pointing down at the field, say tackle somebody or something like that. And we got some heavy hitters in this booth.
We do. It's going to be 3rd and 11. We have 2 guys who know what they're doing on either side of us. So
yeah.
Maybe some of that collective wisdom will pinch in. We can only hope so. Kelly from the shotgun with plenty of time. Now pressured. Rolls. Throws in the flat. And, Gazibwe dropped it at the 12-yard line. Heard some footsteps. 7 Riley was stepping up that time. It's going to bring up 4th and long, and that's going to be the first Bacon Academy punt of the ballgame.
And the first time Kelly's been touched back there, quarterback, and credit the Fitch secondary for covering all the receivers. Kelly went through all of his progressions, got rid of the ball, but he took a pop on the play. So nice job by Fitch secondary there, not letting those Bacon receivers run free.
A name we have not called yet, and it was a name I thought was going to be a big-time name tonight, was Dante Paul. I thought he was going to be in Kelly's face all night long, but they're not letting him get to the quarterback because they are getting rid of the ball before he can even get off the line. I thought Paul was going to be a big player in tonight's game. So far, no good. Punt by Narlock is going to bounce down at the 40-yard line and roll up to the 45-yard line. Nice job that time. Out of his own end zone, Dan Narlock got the ball up, and Fitch, though, with 5:36 remaining, will have good field position.
Yeah, well, there you go. You just hit the nail on the head. Duncan with that big punt, flipped field position a little bit. The defense stepped up, made a play, 3 and out. Now Fitch can start to be a little more aggressive in their play calling and try and get a touchdown here before the half.
And let's not forget, if they can score before the half, they get the ball back in the second half. They can certainly get themselves back into this ball game. So the Falcons, with 5:36 remaining in the first half, have the ball at the Bacon Academy 44-yard line. Duncan from the shotgun. Straight drop. In the flat it goes. Pass is caught. A tackle broken. That looks like Letellier. Ball on the ground, but the officials say no, that he was, in fact, down, and it's going to be a first down for Fitch all the way up to the 26-yard line. Nice job that time by Duncan to his favorite target, Luke Letellier. Fitch going to speed it up now. Duncan from the shotgun. This time, hands the ball off. Up the middle. Nice gain on first down. All the way up towards the first down marker goes Seven Riley. Nice job by Seven Riley getting all the way up. Another first down, and Fitch wants to go, go, go. They're right up to the line of scrimmage.
Up-tempo is giving Fitch a little rhythm here on offense. A little easier to call plays, moving the ball downhill, Casey.
Duncan's in the shotgun. Riley is his setback. Duncan is going to throw almost intercepted now. Dangerous throw by Duncan. Nick Provost that time had a chance at it, and I think Duncan wishes he had that one back. He's talking to his receiver, trying to figure out who went the wrong way.
Yeah, a little cross up there between the two receivers down in the bottom of the field, and that could have been dangerous because there was no room. There was nobody in front of the Bacon defender, Casey. It could have been a pick six.
Yeah, Cleon McClish that time went one way. Duncan thought he was going to go in another. Pass was overthrown, and Provost had a chance to take it back the other way for Bacon. Fortunate that it was a little bit high that time, and Fitch will have another chance at it. 2nd and 10. Riley stays in the backfield with Duncan out of the shotgun. Duncan keeps it himself. Now pitches out on the option to Riley. Riley heavily pursued. Nothing there and driven back. Jason Geary that time from his cornerback position.
Quick pursuit that time by the Bacon defense side to side. Then there's a flag on the other side of the field. It looked like illegal motion again against the Fitch offense. So right now, Fitch had a couple good plays, a couple positive plays, but right now they're starting to bog down a little bit. Penalties and just miscommunication on a couple wide receivers in the corner.
So 4:51 remaining here in the first period. 21-0 Bacon on top. You're listening to Game Day live on theday.com. Casey O'Neill along with the sports doctor Keith O'Brien. Of course, the stat guru sitting to my left looking resplendent in a Duke hoodie. And to my right, of course, the junior voice of Game Day. We've got the legend and genius of Peter Wappy along with the entire Game Day crew. Looking forward to bringing you yet another night of high school football. 4:51 remaining. Bacon Academy 21, Fitch nothing, but Fitch with the football and a big 3rd and 10 play from the Bacon 17. Riley will stay in at running back. Duncan is in the shot. Duncan rolling right. Duncan looking to throw on the sideline. Pass is complete. And right down by the first down marker, it looks like it's going to be a first down. And Letellier with another big catch for the Falcons.
Duncan on the move, pitch and catch to Letellier on the outside. Huge play for the Falcons offense as they look to get 6 here, Casey, before the half ends.
4:33 remaining, 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. This is the best the Falcons have been so far.
Up-tempo offense is working.
They keep Riley in the backfield. Duncan hands the ball off, keeps it himself. Duncan's got some speed to the edge. Duncan's got one guy to beat, and oh, what a great tackle by Gazibwe. Oh, Duncan cut it one more time. He maybe didn't have to.
I was looking for the cutback that time by Duncan. There was a lot of room in front of him. All he had to do was stop on a dime and turn, and there was nobody in front of him in the goal line.
I think Duncan's used to being able to beat people to the corner and was surprised that Gazibwe got him. This time he does hand the ball off to Riley. Riley straight up the middle. Touchdown, Falcons. 7 Riley with 6 for the Falcons. And with 4:02 remaining, Fitch is on the board.
And in a big drive right there, offense set up by defense in the field position, Fitch cashes in, Casey O'Neill.
4:02 remaining in the half, and Colton St. Louis will come on for the extra point. Of course, St. Louis from the legendary St. Louis kicking family.
You're just swinging gate again, or your polecat, or whatever it may. And you know what? Credit the Fitch offense that time. Went upbeat, high tempo, and they got 6 out of it.
Snap is good, hold is good, kick is a low line drive, and it is no good. A lot of pressure that time from Bacon, and the kick was low. 21-6 with 4:02 remaining.
Well, the conventional offense, Casey, wasn't working for the first quarter and a half for the Falcons. Coach Mike Ellis and his staff decided to change things up a little bit. That up-tempo, the fast-paced style seemed to work a little bit, and it got Fitch a well-needed touchdown. They were down by 3 scores. Field position, the punt, everything worked out that time for the Falcons.
Now, if Fitch is going to go up-tempo in the second half, I'm going to be exhausted. Because the way Bacon likes to go, and the way
could be.
You're going to have 75 plays in the second half if they stay up tempo. That's going to be the possibility of a very interesting second half. Because so far, the best offense Fitch has shown is from when they've gone no huddle and gone up tempo.
Right, and the offensive line really established themselves a little bit in that drive as well. There were room to run for Duncan. There were room to run for the backs. So give credit also to the Fitch offensive line there. They actually made some plays, and they pushed bodies off the block at that time.
4:02. Bacon Academy on the road, up 21-6 over the home Fitch Falcons. We are live from Dorr Field on the campus of Fitch. Casey O'Neill along with the sports doctor Keith O'Brien, and the Falcons have just scored their first points of the ball game to inch a little bit closer, 21-6. Let's not forget they are getting the ball in the second half, but with 4:02 remaining, Bacon Academy will look to get in the end zone again before the half.
I'm wondering if we're going to see a conventional kickoff here this time, Casey O'Neill, or another pooch.
Based on the athleticism of Gazibwe and Chassis, 2 guys we have seen, I don't think so. They do a little onside kick, and it's going to be recovered by Bacon at the 45-yard line. Nice job that time by Bacon Academy. Evan Tortorigi dropped on the ball. That was like a little onside, bullet line drive, ground ball, flipping over end over end.
I mean, I've never coached a day of football in my life, but I'm not too sure of giving a Bacon Academy field position at the 45-yard line. There's just something about that. Maybe I kick it deep and take my chances, with tackling Gazibwe.
Well, you've got coaches on either side of you. You can get the pulse of what they think about that.
Yeah.
Kelly's going to operate from the shotgun. Ball at his own 46-yard line with 4:02 remaining. Kelly pressured. Kelly steps up. Kelly now still rolling, pocket, down the sideline, incomplete to Gazibwe. Improvising was Sean Kelly, but Dante Paul was chasing him. There's the name I said we had to call. Fresco Stevenson and Dante Paul chasing Kelly out of the pocket.
And I think that's something that Fitch is going to have to do is put a little bit of pressure on Kelly, take him out of his comfort zone, and rely on your safeties and your corners to stay with the receivers. But if you let Sean Kelly just sit back there and pick you apart, it could be dangerous.
2nd and 10. Kelly from the pistol, hands off to Gazibwe. Gazibwe cuts it outside with a stiff arm. Nice job by McClish, rides him out of bounds. Nothing there at midfield after a gain of 4. Great job by Gazibwe, but nice pursuit by Cleon McClish.
Yeah, Fitch defense stepping up back-to-back plays here, showing their aggressiveness. And the thing that Fitch has got to do more of here as we get towards the end of the first half and into the second half is tackle. Tackle better here moving forward.
3rd and 7. 3:44 remaining in the first half. Right at midfield, Kelly in the shotgun. Gazibwe is the lone set. Kelly with time. Nothing, no pressure, but no one open. Kelly's now rolling. Kelly's going to keep it. Kelly's got some daylight. Kelly's got a first down and out of bounds at about the 35-yard line of Fitch. Nice, smart play and some athleticism that time by quarterback Sean Kelly.
No pressure that time by the Fitch defensive line. No extra linebackers brought in. And all the receivers, Casey, deep in patterns. Plenty of room for Sean Kelly to tuck it and run it and pick up the first down.
3:33 remaining in the first half. Bacon Academy driving, looking to try to score again before halftime. Ball at the 36-yard line of the Fitch Falcons. Chassis and Narlock will be split wide right. Tyler Bolden is the split to the left. Now they send Gazibwe out left as well. Also into the pattern, Dante Roediger. Now Roediger's going to come and set up alongside Sean Kelly. Bacon does not look like they're in sync on this one, but they have 5 wide. Kelly's by himself. Kelly steps up. Kelly's going to keep. Kelly into the secondary. Kelly breaks a tackle. First down, Sean Kelly, Bacon Academy, all the way down to the 23-yard line.
And again, with 5 wide out there right now for Bacon, Fitch has got, nickeled packages and just a pass defense. And if there's no spy on Kelly, there's a lot of room, Casey, in the middle of the field. Or if he's patient enough, he could tuck it and run and pick up chunks.
That play looked like it was destined to fail. Guys weren't sure where they were going to go. Kelly just held on to it himself. This time he's got Mish Piper in the backfield with Gazibwe. Hand off to Gazibwe, straight up the middle. Driving forward, Peter Gazibwe. It's going to be a gain of 4 off a right tackle on first down.
Gazibwe's not only shown speed in this game, he showed toughness as well. He takes it up the gut. Positive yardage on first down. Down in distance, 2nd and 4 here for the Bobcats.
I very much like the running style of Peter Gazibwe. If he doesn't have an opening, if he doesn't have a place he can cut, he puts his head down and gets whatever yards he can.
10 carries for 65 yards and a touchdown for Gazibwe so far in the game.
2nd and 5. We're under 3 minutes here remaining. Bacon on top, 21-6 at the Fitch 18-yard line. Kelly from the shotgun to Gazibwe. Gazibwe tries to break tackles. Nice job that time by the Falcons secondary. Nothing there. Stepping up from the Falcons secondary. Nice job, Albin, on the tackle for the Falcons. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Boy, oh boy, though, Casey, this Bacon offense is a handful. They can sure spread you out on that field, so pick your poison now.
Big 3rd and 5 for the Fitch defense. Big 3rd and 5 for the Bobcat offense. Trips left for the Bobcats. Gazibwe is the lone set. Narlock wide right. Kelly, quick toss. Out it goes. Bolden. Roediger instead. Actually, Roediger with the carry. He's going to be up close to a first down. Dante Roediger, we'll see where they spot him. Right at the first down marker. And it looks like he's going to have enough, and it's going to be, or they're going to mark him just shy. Nope, they're going to mark him just shy. It's going to be 4th and next to nothing. 4th and some chain links, so you know the Bobcats are going to go.
Yeah, bubble screen. Look for the quick count here by Kelly here at quarterback to try and pick up the first down on the sneak.
I would bet a lot of money right now, if I had a lot of money, that Sean Kelly's going to keep this one.
You're loaded, I know.
Right up under center and straight ahead. Unless, of course, a timeout is called, which it is, by Fitch, so that they can get their defense together. And that's a fantastic opportunity for me to talk to you, Keith O'Brien, about the Science and Technology Magnet School of Southeastern Connecticut. Did you know that it's the region's leading STEM-themed school? Did you know that the nationally recognized Magnet program prepares students to succeed not only for their 4 years of high school, but for a future beyond the Magnet School? You, Keith O'Brien, well, you're too old, but your kids could transform their passion for science, technology, engineering, or math to reality at STMHS. They are now accepting applications for next school year, and you can learn more. Go apply online at nlstmhs.org. All right, Keith O'Brien, 1:28 remaining in the first half. Bacon 21, Fitch 6, 4th and inches for the Bobcats at the Fitch 13-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, right now, at the down and distance, 4th and 1, I would be shocked if Bacon did not run the quarterback sneak. They've been running it all game long. Big down here for the Fitch defense, Casey. They don't want to give up the score they just got.
Fitch will call the timeout to bring in the biggins. Put him over Kelly center. Kelly's going to drive forward. Kelly's going to have a first down. Credit the offensive line of Bacon Academy. That was all on them. That was all on Cornbrath, O'Connor, and Hill. The big guys were up front for Bacon.
Almost too easy that time for the Bacon team.
1st and 10 from the 12. Bacon right up under center again. Kelly from the shotgun. Gazibwe's with him in the backfield. Gives it to Gazibwe. Gazibwe, head down. Gazibwe driving to the end zone. Touchdown, Bacon Academy. Peter Gazibwe. Wow.
Not only speed, but he has power as well. He has shown all dimensions of a serious running back right here as Bacon takes the score back that Fitch just got.
27-6, Bacon Academy.
That's a big-time score and a big-time drive. And, again, I hate giving a team a short field like that, Casey. I mean, Bacon's only got to go 55 yards to score a touchdown.
That was an excellent point, Keith, and I agree. That's an interesting way to do things. You don't want to give Bacon a short field. Seacard in for the extra point. Snap, good. Hold, good. Kick is blocked. Kick is blocked. Dante Paul that time got in, got a hand on it, and blocked the extra point. So with 1:08 remaining here in the first half, A big touchdown for Bacon Academy, answering the Fitch touchdown. 27 for Bacon, 6 for the Fitch Falcons.
Yeah, 12 carries for 71 yards right now for Gazibwe, and 3 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns, I'm sorry, on the day. You know, and Gazibwe has shown, speed to the outside. He's shown power up the gut. He's pretty much shown a complete package that you want out of a running back so far. Good hands as well. Yeah, he's done it all out there.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with his running style. He is he's patient, like you mentioned. He's elusive.
Sure.
But what I like most about him is when that cut is not there, he just puts his head down, drives his leg forwards. He is never getting nothing. He's always trying to make a little something. So that there's a patience in that too. Not always trying to pop the big run. And so now with 1:08 remaining, we'll see what kind of field position that the Falcons have before the first half.
And that was a straight power run right there, Casey. Like he said, he got behind the center, he put his head down and did some work.
First low kickoff of the game that we see, an actual kickoff. Fitch will take the ball at their own 35-yard line. Not much there on the kickoff. So with 1:03 remaining here in the first half, Falcons will have the ball at their own 35-yard line. What can we expect, Keith O'Brien, at the MJ Sullivan halftime show?
Well, we're still searching for answers on this. Hopefully we're going to have Mike tomorrow come up, and we'll talk a little local sports. We'll talk the national sports. If not, we will get in the stat guru, and we'll talk a little baseball and have a little fun with some college football and a little pro football as well.
That's right. Got a big ball game tonight in the world of Major League Baseball. David Price at Kansas City trying to earn his keep. We're there with the Blue Jays and keep them alive in the American League pennant contest versus the Royals. Duncan rolls weak side. Duncan throws on the sideline, and it is caught out there by Trent Evans. Nice job by Duncan to Evans, first down on the first down pass, and working their way up towards midfield. 56 seconds remaining in the first half. Fitch looks like they are not going to go quietly.
That's where I like Duncan, making plays on the edge. Get him out there moving his feet. He's not the prototypical pocket passer. Get those timing patterns down. 10, 12 yards there, Casey. Safe, easy pitch and catch. Get Duncan on the move throwing the ball.
Fitch is going to have to throw the ball. They're going to send Johnson out and Letelier. They've also got Albin. Duncan. Pressure. Duncan. Running for his life. Duncan being dragged to the ground. Throws, and it's intercepted and dropped. Intercepted and dropped. Oh, I know he wishes he had it back. Paul Chassie had the interception, and he dropped it. But Duncan was being dragged to the ground by Lindo, and he tried to throw as he was going down, and all things considered, a fortunate break for the Falcons.
Yeah, Chassie kind of read Duncan's eyes, and then Duncan got dragged down, and Chassie jumped the route a little bit, and, he almost had pick 6 there, too.
Got to say a lot about the play of Julian Lindo here in the first half. Lindo, the junior Bacon Academy lineman, has really, really done a great job of pressuring Fitch's Robert Duncan throughout the first half.
And we've got some coaches up here in the booth that cringe every time Fitch is throwing the football as well.
Duncan from the shotgun, 2nd and 10. This time instead, handoff up the middle. Tackle broken in the open. Still going, and a flag on the play. What a great run that time by the Falcons. That was, I still can't tell. That was Parker Gibson on the carry. Gibson with a great run for the Falcons, but a flag on the play. We'll see what that call is.
One of the better runs of the night by the Falcons right there, Casey, is Parker Gibson, again, hit the hole, found some patience, got into the second level, showed a little bit of speed that time.
Illegal block against the Falcons, and that's unfortunate. That's going to negate some of the run. However, it was after, it'll be a first down for the Falcons.
We'll give you the out-of-town scoreboard at halftime as well. A lot of games, full slate of action in the ECC. Some big games, and then this is it, on a homecoming weekend, a lot of stuff going on.
Gibson stays in the backfield for the Falcons. Duncan, straight drop. Duncan looking downfield, has a man, and just overthrown in the end zone. Duncan had a man open in the end zone, and he overthrew.
He's 5 of 15 now.
Just missed Letelier in the end zone.
5 for 15, Duncan passing, and again, just a couple of steps away from 6 points there. Duncan showing off his strong arm, Casey O'Neill.
3:06 remaining here. 30 seconds remaining here in the first half. 27-6 Bacon Academy on top. 3rd and 10 for the Fitch Falcons from, 2nd and 10 for the Fitch Falcons from the 41-yard line of Bacon Academy. Duncan hands off to Gibson. Gibson breaks a tackle off the right side. Gibson's going to be up to the 35-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down, but with 22 seconds remaining, the Falcons will stop the clock.
Yeah, Fitch looking for a score here before the end of the first half, and I don't blame him. They're down, 27-6, so, why not take a shot here? I mean, you've got, 3rd down now, Casey?
3rd and about 4.
Third and 5. So you could pick up a first down here and then take a couple shots in the end zone as well.
Well, with 22 seconds remaining, Keith, you're right. You have a couple opportunities here. Get the first down, get up to the line, maybe take a couple shots. But you got to try to get the ball in the end zone here before the half, because getting the ball in the second half, you still are down 27-6.
Yeah, Fitch has got a couple of timeouts here too in their back pocket, Casey, and don't go into the halftime with them.
1 timeout remaining, I believe, for the Falcons. They spent one on defense on that 4th and 1 where Kelly did the quarterback keeper, and then the second one right there. So 1 timeout remaining for the Falcons. 27-6 with 22 seconds remaining. I see Johnson and I see Duncan on the field. Looks like Gibson's going to be in the backfield. Johnson's going to be out in the slot. We're going to have 4 wide for the Falcons. Duncan from the shotgun. Parker Gibson is his lone set. Duncan rolls right, gets a block, throws, and nice leaping and keeping his feet in bounds catch on the sidelines. Letellier with a great job keeping his feet in bounds. First down, and the clock stops.
Timing pattern on the sidelines, just what Fitch needed there, moving the chains and giving themselves, Casey, with just under 15 seconds left. You'd like to think 2 cracks at getting 6 points here.
Can't say enough about my boy Letellier. Luke Letellier.
5 catches, 55 yards for Letellier.
Luke Letellier with 14 seconds remaining. Oh, we created something. I love it. First down. Duncan from the shot. Straight drop. Pressured. Throws to the end zone. Touchdown, Cleon McClish. With 8.6 remaining in the first half, a strike from Robert Duncan to the guy they call the Comet, Cleon McClish.
Duncan showing a strong arm there. Great pitch and catch to McClish. Fitch in business as we close the first half, or come close to it in the first half, Casey. Fitch needed that score. They got good field position. They played the clock to a T. They picked up a big 3rd down and cashed in.
What a great job heading into halftime, cutting this thing in half and getting the ball in the second half. A much-needed play. Robert Duncan to Cleon McClish. Snap, hold is good, and the kick is good. With 8.6 seconds remaining in the first half, the Fitch Falcons on a touchdown pass from Robert Duncan to Cleon McClish has cut the Bacon Academy lead from 27-6 to 27-13.
And Duncan made some throws there, Casey, on that drive. He made an out pattern there for a first down. He hit McClish for the touchdown, but Duncan showed his maturity as a senior, and it stepped up and made some good plays.
Nice job that time. That's a huge, huge score. If they get the ball back in the second half and can score again, that we got ourselves a ball game again. But really, like you said, Keith, just very, mature play by Duncan that time. Good throw on the sideline to Letellier for the first down, and then a rocket right there to McClish.
Yeah, listen, a lot of credit for Coach Ellis to entrust his team and his senior quarterback to, not sit on the ball, not go in the locker room down by 3 scores. Aggressive play call in that time by the Falcons. With not a lot of time on the clock. They get the ball with about a minute and change left.
Yeah, they did, and that's, that is 3 scores that we've seen inside of 5 minutes.
Sure.
So we've got ourselves an up-tempo game. The second half should be lots of fun. We're at Dorr Field at Fitch High School, where the Fitch Falcons have just cut into the lead of the Bacon Academy Bobcats. Bacon 27, Fitch 13. The M.J. Sullivan halftime show coming up shortly. St. Louis with the kick. Low line drive all the way down to Gazibwe, who takes it at the 17. Training staff will come out and attend to him.
All right, we're at halftime of the Fitch-Bacon game from 2015. If you're watching this first half, you might be asking yourself, really? They picked this game as a classic? Kind of a sloppy first half, a lot of penalties. But just wait for the second half. Casey O'Neill is not at a loss for words very often. But Casey, I think this fourth quarter might have been the time when you came the closest.
Yeah, thank you, Peter Wappy. From Knoxville to Nova Scotia, California to Colchester, Connecticut, all eyes are on Game Day Classics here. And going into the fourth quarter of this game, I really thought it was going to be kind of a dud, and I had no voice left by the end of the fourth quarter in what was probably our craziest fourth quarter game ever. So we're going to welcome in some of the 06415's finest. We'll start with Coach Eric Larka. We've also got with us Peter Gazibwe, Sean Kelly, and just now connecting, classy Paul Chassie, he of the big play. And we welcome all of the Bobcats onto the call tonight as we are at halftime. And let me start with Coach Lark. I see you got the banner behind you, your 2015 team. Go back a few years for me when this game came up. And at this point, you guys kind of knew you had a special thing going. Looking back now, watching the first half, what are your initial impressions of you and your team when you kind of knew you had something special doing?
I mean, honestly, I think we knew all season we had something special. So, I mean, we worked our asses off in that for that all season. We went hard. We knew we had special talents. I mean, these three guys that are on the call right now, probably three of the top 5 best players I've ever coached. So we knew going in we had something special. So we knew we had to just ride it out, do what we had to do. But yeah, we had a special, just the chemistry, not even X's and O's, just the chemistry amongst these three guys and the rest of the guys on the team was something I've never had since then either.
So let me ask you, Peter, you guys, I'm here with, I have a Bobcat football, I have a B squad player, soon to be an A squad player upstairs in my house. Yeah. Did you guys all play down on Cougar Field? Were you guys all Cougars as youth? And when did you kind of figure out that your group was going to be special?
It's actually crazy. I've always been younger than everybody else in my senior class that I had graduated with. So growing up, they were always a squad ahead of me. So I was on C squad, they were on B squad because they had like the weigh-ins back in the day and the age limit. So it wasn't actually until A squad, until me, Paul Chassie, Dan, Sean Kelly, we all actually played together, Dante Rodiger. And at that point, I was like, okay, we actually have a special team on our hands. And Bacon was known for losing and stuff like that from the past years, just watching on. So I just knew they never actually had a real class that graduated Cougars as a whole. So I knew as soon as we all actually hit the weight room and took it serious, we knew that the sky was the limit.
So Sean, early on in this game, you were on fire. You hit Paul for a big touchdown early. You didn't get touched pretty much in the first half. You guys jump out 21-0. Be honest, looking back now, did you think at 21-0 this thing was just going to be, put to bed?
Yeah, I'm sure I had that mindset back in the day, definitely.
You had it the other day, Sean. He texted me that it should have been 70-0.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we just got ahead of ourselves. We just got a little too comfortable. I mean, we were just young kids back then. We were in high school. It was supposed to be like an anticipated game because we were both 4-1, but we're going to halftime and we were smoking them. Like, we had no problem with it at all. So I feel like going after the second half, we were just like, all right, game's basically over. But obviously it wasn't.
No, I mean we go into halftime. They score right before halftime. They switch the fields. You guys had a bad unsportsmanlike penalty, gave them a short field, and they punch one in, and then the third quarter, which was about as bad a quarter as you guys could have played, and before you know it, they're knocking on the door to try to take the lead. Goal line stand for 3 plays, and then finally they break through, but the extra point doesn't come through. I mean, it turned into what became a wild fourth quarter, and the big play. I joke. I call him. I wanted to call you Classy, Paul Chassie. My wrestling background, Classy Freddie Blassie, the WWF manager, but you became big play Paul Chassie because every time you touch the football in this game, something good happened for them. So I have to ask you, on the big play where you score the touchdown, is it true that you ran the wrong route?
In the second half?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. The initial play was for like Sean to roll out, and I was going on an out route, but I pulled him aside. I'm like, I'm open all day on this, on the go route. And I ran the go route, and it was there all day.
Now, Sean threw it into, I think, quadruple coverage.
Yeah, it was just about that.
But he put it on your hands. Did you know you were gonna get popped on that because you lowered your shoulder? You could kind of see that you were gonna get hit.
Well, I was just looking at the ball the entire way through, and I was just like, I can just put my hands on the ball and catch it and pray for the best. But it was right there and scored. So
now, who was that? You covering? Who was supposed to be covering Letelier on the final play where he's running wide open down the seam?
Yeah, it was a little miscommunication. I thought it was just too late to get across the field, so I was trying to tell Nick to stay on him, but he didn't hear me, so he started running across the field, and I'm frantic, running all the way across the field trying to cover him. That was almost a heart attack right there.
Now, as good as the sideline was for you guys, Coach, you and Coach Mason, I mean, you guys were with each other the whole way, just kind of holding your breath. The highlight of the coaching comments is Mike Ellis, because he was so animated, between the "we not playing with any pizzazz" to the the various oh no, and gosh darn it, what the hex. He changed up on you in that game. They changed their offense. They went up tempo like you guys did, and they kind of switched up what they did. What do you remember about the kind of chess match between how you guys wanted to dictate tempo and then what they switched up for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I think honestly, like I said, we never thought we had to change anything. We thought we were so good on offense that we honestly thought we could score on every possession. So that might have been one of our downfalls. I know we had Coach Murray, who's one of the best coaches I've ever coached with on the defensive side. First half, he was lights out. Second half, whatever. But I joked with him today. His defense won us the NFA game, so I gave him slack on this game. But, I mean, we really offensively thought we could dictate anybody that season that we wanted to. So we really didn't change anything up. We just went in and thought we could score on anybody.
And it looked for a while like you could. I mean, you couldn't get up to the line. Even when you were pinned on your own 7-yard line, you couldn't get to the line fast enough. I mean, you want, as the sports doctor pointed out, volume plays. You wanted to run as many plays as possible and put people on their heels. Peter, you're playing both ways in this game, running the ball an awful lot, playing in the secondary. How hard was it to run that kind of upbeat offense and play both ways?
Yeah, I'm actually surprised I was playing both ways that efficiently in high school, because playing college football now, I couldn't even imagine how some of the athletes in today's game play both sides of the ball. But it took a little bit of a toll on me, especially because Fitch is known for in that the wing tee and get the ball out there to the edges when they're really fast. You got to keep your breath, and it's not you don't want to conserve any energy. You want to give it your all every single play. So game definitely took a toll, especially with them coming back.
I think you had a big pick that game too, though, right?
I did. I read Duncan. As soon as he tapped his face mask, I knew it was going somewhere.
Well, I think you also had a couple drops, Pete, and I think 2015 game day had been going a little bit, and this is one of those games that really kind of elevated us. Unfortunately, Bacon Academy dropped out. Colchester dropped out of our coverage zone for a few years, but the good news is that Bacon Academy in Colchester is back in the day's coverage area. So, as we move forward, lots of good stuff for Bacon Academy. Colchester will be on the spot. But when you fumbled in the fourth quarter, one of the moments that I will always remember in game day was you on the turf. And you were defeated in that moment. Talk a little bit about what you think was going through your head when you fumbled the ball there and, down to Fitch.
Yeah, because our whole goal, even from the beginning of the season, was playoffs. And I'm pretty sure at this time period we had took a loss already to Killingly, and I'm not sure what Griswold was, but they were still in the back of they were on our radar. And so I just dropped the ball, and it was just y'all was just history. It was basically a season. I dropped the season right there with that fumble. That's what I was thinking in my mind. And out of everybody, supposed to be the reliable guy on the team playing both sides of the ball, it's there's no excuses for that at all. And I don't even think I had a fumble all year until that play. I don't think I fumbled like my whole entire career, literally until that play against Fitch. And it just happened to be in that moment. And it was a scooping score. But to this day, me and Coach Larkin watched the film. I'm pretty sure I was down. My knee was.
I remember after the game, I talked to you on the field after the game, and you said, yeah, you thought your knee was down. You wanted to see the film because you thought your knee was down.
I was down 100%. I wish we had NFL review in high school or something. Or college. I was down. I mark it. I'll stand on it to this day.
Sean, I called you a gunslinger during this game because you kind of had this, and I've known you since you were, younger than this, and swag is not something you lack. You've always had that swagger in whatever sport you were playing. And, I'm looking at this game, and I see Paul and Peter, and I see Bolden, and I see Geary, and I see Rodiger, and I'm like, you had a lot of talented people around you. Were practices like that for you, where you just felt comfortable slinging it all over the place?
Oh yeah, definitely. They made it a whole lot easier. I mean, we didn't really this year, my senior year, we didn't really throw the ball downfield a lot. We really just got into open space and let our playmakers do their thing. So it was a lot simpler than just throwing fades all the time. So really, they just got open on short routes and they made people miss and got yards after catch.
I remember one of the plays that stood out too in this game where in that whole roller coaster, you guys are driving on that last drive and you get no pressure at all and you slip and you fall down. and you had been pressured so much in that game that they finally gave you max protect and you had nothing, and all you were trying to do was plant, and you fall to the ground, and your body language, you were so mad, and that of course sets up the next play to Paul. But do you remember falling to the turf at that point and thinking, what were you thinking then?
I mean, I remember falling, but I don't think my knee touched the ground. What happened?
The football touched the ground. You put the ball on the ground.
Oh, did? I thought I had my hand down on the ground.
You only get one. Either Peter didn't fumble or you weren't down, but you can't have both.
Oh yeah, but no, I remember that. But I mean, we scored a lot of points. I mean, our offense, we always had big plays. So I always kept that in the back of my mind. It wasn't nothing really. I mean, obviously it was like a wild sequence. It was 4th and 24 to score a game-winning touchdown. We'll be on the 25-yard line or something like that. So it was either really you just got to score a touchdown at that point.
Yeah, possibly the craziest finish that we had seen at that point in game day.
Yeah, but I mean, we made it happen. So I mean, you forget about that. You forget about me falling down real quick.
Paul, that the biggest catch of your career?
Oh, absolutely. There's no way there's any other catch that was that big.
Now when you played, you ever had a game like that? I mean, because that was a huge game for you. You ever have a game like that in youth football, or at that point was that the biggest game you'd ever had?
Well, clutchness for sure. That was crazy. The 4th down in the 4th quarter when we're down, definitely one of my best plays I've ever had. But I've had a lot of years playing football, 12 years with Cougars, and into high school. So I've had a lot of years.
Is that the if someone were to come up to you and ask you the play you remember most in your career, would that be the one?
Oh, absolutely. That's definitely the one. Or maybe the NFA play, the pick 6 against NFA. That was crazy too.
Yeah.
Which really did cement that game as well. I mean, put you guys on a magical season. I mean, and Bacon Academy has been competitive, but never quite like this. And we talk about a special group of kids. And Coach, this is a special group of kids. You get a cycle of kids like this every once in a while. And, it's funny because I'm down there on Cougars field and every time A Squad's in a Super Bowl, they're talking about, is this the next Gazibwe, Kelly, Chas? Like, is this the next group of guys? And of course, Dante Rodiger's father is the coach and a good friend of mine. And, he always compares every group. He's like, this group's not as good as Dante's group. It's not as good as Dante's group. So, I mean, you got to have a special group. Have you had groups like this before or since?
I mean, I had a very special season at Jonathan Law. Took them to the playoffs for the first time in 57 years. But this team, this season, this year, that year, 2015, most favorite year I've ever had doing anything athletically, either playing or coaching. So I thank those guys. They're special talent, and they made me have a great time and probably one of the best times of my life. So thank you guys for that for sure.
Now I'm gonna give you a little plug because we're gonna head back to the second half pretty shortly. But before we do, I like to catch up with where everybody is and what everyone's doing. So I'm gonna give you a little plug. If you're out there and you're a high school football team, hire Coach Larka. He is ready for a job. Go bring him in. Let's go. Bring him in.
And get you some wins.
Absolutely.
So Peter, I know you're home right now, but tell everybody what you're doing right now and what the next few months, what the next year of your life looks like.
Man, the next year of my life, gonna be kind of busy. I'm gonna get my body in shape for this next football season. Hopefully the pandemic doesn't stop any of that. So I'm gonna grind, get my body in shape, plan to have a beautiful season coming up, start, of course, record maybe 100 tackles and get a shot with my NFL Pro Day, get a little aging, transform my body a little bit more, and graduate college. That's the biggest thing. I'll be one of the first people in my college, one of the first people in my family to graduate college. So that's gonna be big for my parents, especially everything that's going on. So I can't wait for that. So that's what I got in store for the next year. Maybe try to work out for the NFL and get ready and get this degree.
Well, I think everybody will know is that you'll have somebody on your shoulder this year when you step foot on the field and when you get your diploma. I'm sure you're going to be it's going to be an emotional year for you, but it's great that you're going to be graduating. And I know Texas is wide open, so I know you want to get back to Texas and get going with your football.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sean, what events just happened in your life and what's looking at you for the next few in the next coming months?
Yeah, so I just graduated from Missouri Southern. I applied a couple jobs, be a GA at a couple colleges. I got a couple offers right now. I got a couple interviews coming up, so I'm gonna deal with that. I gotta work it out. I'm looking around really all over, so I don't know where I'm gonna be next, but hopefully somewhere good, getting my master's in coaching football.
What was your major?
Business management.
You gonna stick around and coach the Colchester kids at some point in your life?
I don't think so. I don't know. I got a couple NCAA programs with some offers, so we'll see.
Well, I don't know. I think NCAA Cougar football. I mean, it's 6-1. Paul, what about you? What's going on with Paul Chassie?
Well, these days, I just got my associates in accounting at Three Rivers, and I'm probably transferring over to Eastern for next semester, and we'll see what goes from there. Maybe get an internship in the meantime. So we'll see.
So very good. So we got a college graduate, a soon-to-be college graduate, and on the track to be a college graduate. So we've got 3 successful Bobcats. Coach, more than even the football, you got to be proud of what you're seeing here from these 3 young guys.
Yeah, I think these guys could attest to it. Like my coaching style is nothing about X's and O's. It's all about relationships. So the path these guys are on, I'm so happy, love them. I'm just one phone call, one text away. I'll do whatever I can to help these guys better their lives. So happy, very happy.
So things to look forward to here in the second half of this football game. You get to see Sean Kelly get sacked, 12 times by Dante Paul. You get to see Sean Kelly fall to the turf. And you get to see the big throw, 2 big throws, one to Bolden and one to Chassie, both in very key spots. You get to see Gazibwe put it on the turf, but you also get to see big plays defensively and offensively from Peter. And then you get to see why he got the name Big Play Paul Chassie, because the final play of the game, we already kind of hinted at it, but for those of you who are watching this game, the fourth quarter alone is worth its weight, and it's what turned this Fitch and Bacon into a game day classic. I want to thank Coach Eric Larka, Peter Gazibwe, Sean Kelly, and Paul Chassie for being with us as we revisit this 2015 Classic. And, guys, it's really, really great. Colchester's my home now, and watching you guys, get through high school and doing so well makes me very happy. And I think it's hilarious that my 12-year-old son had to reach out on Instagram in order to make this connection happen. But my son is a big Peter Gazibwe fan, so keep up the good work, guys. I'm really proud.
Shouts out to him. Yes, sir. Tell him I said hello. Definitely.
Peter, we're going to go back and watch the second half of Bacon and Fitch.
All right, thanks a lot, Casey. So we've got a great second half in store with some big performances alluded to by those three young men we just spoke to. Because of the way we format these things, we can only really fit one team in for the interview segment. But as we jump into the second half of the game, definitely want to recognize the performances by the Fitch team as well, particularly Rob Duncan, Luke Letellier, Cleon McClish, Jonathan Johnson, and a big defensive second half by Dante Paul. So look forward to seeing that. Next week, it would have been the date of the ECC Lacrosse Championship, so we are going to have an ECC Lacrosse doubleheader on GameDay Classic with the 2018 matchup between East Lyme and Waterford, followed by the 2019 rematch between East Lyme and Waterford. So look forward to seeing you back for then, and here is the second half of Bacon and Fitch.
We go, start the second half. Bacon Academy now right to left. They're going to kick off to the Fitch Falcons. Bacon in those beautiful blue pants, white jerseys with the blue numbers, and the yellow helmets. Fitch in all black. Another dunk kick, almost like an onside kick, but it goes out of bounds, and we have not seen much in the way of the kickoff of either side so far. What good field position Fitch will have to start the second half. Your third quarter here on Game Day, brought to you by Lawrence and Memorial Hospital. So we got a flag on the first play.
We haven't seen one conventional kickoff yet this game.
Not really. St. Louis tried one at the end of the first half. It was the closest thing, but what great field position! Fitch couldn't ask for more, starting the ball off at their own 41-yard line, so almost up to midfield. Bobcats played good defense, but the Falcons did score the last two times they had the football. Letellier split left. Duncan hands the ball off straight up the middle. Not much there. Nice job by the interior of the Bacon Academy line. And it's going to be 2nd and 10. Coming up off the pile is Julian Lindo, a name we've called an awful lot. 2nd and 10. Riley is in the backfield along with Duncan. Duncan rolls right. Duncan with time to the sideline. Ball is incomplete. He was thrown to the sideline looking for Luke Letellier, but the ball went incomplete. Nice defense that time by Chassis. 3rd and 9 from the 42-yard line.
Did you take the cell phone? Did you take Peter's cell phone?
So 3rd and 9 from the 42.
Oh, okay.
11:31 remaining here in the third period. Just underway here in the second half. Bacon Academy with a 27-13 lead. Duncan keeps Riley in the backfield. 4 wide now for Fitch. Duncan's going to keep it himself. Not a lot there. Nice job that time. Jason Geary stepped up and wrapped up Duncan before he could get any momentum going. And that's going to bring up 4th and long. And Keith, not the first series that the Fitch Falcons wanted.
No, especially with good field position there coming off the kickoff the second half. The Fitch offense, 3 and out. Not good situation right now for Fitch as they look to capitalize on the score going into the locker room.
Duncan will punt from his own 30. Snap is good. Duncan with a nice high kick, driving Gazibwe back. He's going to let it bounce at the 30-yard line, 25, and it's going to roll to the 20 and inside to the 17-yard line. Bacon Academy will have its first possession from its own 17-yard line. Lawrence and Memorial has 2 ways for you to get expert non-emergency care with less cost and less waiting than a visit to the emergency room. At L&M, their 2 walk-in locations on Howard Street in New London and the Stop and Shop Plaza in Stonington offer you more convenience and more services with no appointment necessary. From rashes to gashes and routine physicals too, at Lawrence and Memorial, they're here for you. And coming soon, a new walk-in location opens up in Waterford. Sean Kelly leads the Bacon Academy Bobcats with a 27-13 lead here out their first possession of the second half. He's got Peter Gazibwe already with 2 touchdowns on the day in the backfield, and he's going to go immediately to that spread offense that we saw in the first half. Bacon likes to run play after play after play. They've got trips right, 1 receiver left. Kelly, straight drop, nothing there, pressured, and sacked, and down goes Kelly inside the 5-yard line. First time we've seen Kelly go down all the way inside the 5. Dante Paul Got him that time.
Coverage sack that time by the Falcons, Casey. Their secondary did a good job of locking down the receivers for Bacon Academy, and good pressure on the pursuit on the backside by Paul, forcing Kelly to the ground.
2nd and 18. Huge loss on the sack by Paul. Handoff to Gazibwe, and he's stuck right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there. Parker Gibson that time brings up 3rd and 18, and I'll tell you right now, this is a different-looking Falcon defense putting more pressure on the Bacon offense.
Yeah, much more aggressive up front by the big people by the Falcons, and looking to get a big stop here on 3rd down, Casey, and flip field position.
Bacon Academy sends Bolden out wide left. They've got 4 wide. Delayed handoff. It goes to Gazibwe. Gazibwe, nothing there, being pursued, and down goes Gazibwe at the 7-yard line. Again, Dante Paul in on the tackle.
A great stop, 3 and out that time by the Fitch defense. And again, very, very aggressive up front, very, very fast side to side. And just what the doctor ordered. Hopefully Fitch can get good field position back right here.
Luke Letellier that time was the finisher on that tackle. Did a great job in pursuit, and he gets rewarded by returning the punt. He'll be standing at midfield, 4th and 17. Wrong direction for Colchester. They're going to bring in Narlock to punt from his own end zone. Letellier inside his own 50. Snap is good. It's a low line drive kick. Takes a great Bacon bounce, but it will not cross midfield. Letellier will let it die right there. And what great field position for the Falcons this time, already in Bacon territory at the 45.
Again, good field position by the Falcons coming out and start this drive. Let's see if Duncan can carry over, what he had going on at the end of the first half, get him on the edge and making some plays. But both possessions here, Casey, for Fitch, once at their own 45, this time setting up shop at the Bacon 44-yard line.
Great field position, 8:49 remaining in the 3rd period. Duncan pitches to Johnson. Johnson on the left edge. Johnson gets to the outside. Johnson cuts it back inside all the way down to the 1st down marker. Nice run that time. Jonathan Johnson all the way down into the Bacon 40-yard line to the 35. Great run by Johnson on 1st down.
Yeah, simple toss sweep play and some good downfield blocking by the Fitch wide receivers. Sprung Johnson, he turned it upfield and got a big gain on 1st down.
2nd and a foot. Duncan under center. Straight drop. Looking over the middle, and it's complete, and it's going to be a touchdown. Jonathan Johnson from the wing position, touchdown Falcons.
9 guys in the box that time. Bacon Academy expecting run. Fitch with an element of surprise. Nice pitch and catch there by Duncan. What a play call by Mike Ellis and his staff on 2nd and short, kind of catching Bacon Academy off guard.
Jonathan Johnson untouched and in the end zone. Great call. With the extra point, the Falcons can pull within a touchdown. What a momentum shift we have seen. Fitch has scored 3 of the last 4 times it has had the football.
Yeah, Casey, Bacon had 9 guys in the box that time. They snuck the tight end out in the middle of the pattern. Duncan saw a man running wide open and it hit him.
Snap is good. Hold is down. Kick is drilled through the uprights by St. Louis. And with 8:15 remaining in period number 3, your score, Bacon Academy 27, Fitch 19.
Yeah, 8 out of 18 for 117 yards for Duncan. But Casey, this is the 2nd time we've saw a Fitch score set up by a 3 and out for Bacon. Punt the ball. Fitch working with a short field, capitalizing once again.
27-20, Fitch on top with 8:15 remaining in the 3rd period. That's 2 out of 3 on the extra points for St. Louis. There was one that was under the upright on his first attempt, but the last 2 have been true and well struck. Now, I'll tell you, now we're going to find out what the Bacon Academy Bobcats are all about. They have been a front-running team so far this year. They've gotten out to big leads, and they've held on.
Yeah.
Well, tonight they had the big lead, and right now they are holding on.
It's a good football game right now, and Fitch came out of the locker room carrying that momentum from the late score in the first half. And, like I said, this is the coaching staff. This is the mentality now of this young Fitch program. Listen, we're not out of anything. They believe in themselves. They were on the road last week, Casey, down at Guilford, fought back and got a win. They've shown they can prove to themselves that they can do it, which is huge last week.
You can feel the excitement and the energy level here in the press box at Dorr Field has picked up a notch as the Falcon faithful sense that the team has found something here, both on offense and recently on defense. St. Louis will kick off. This time he drives the ball straight down the middle of the field, taken by Jacob Fortin of the Bobcats, and we're going to get a huge flag on the play. That's two of the high. If that was a football, I would have made a fair catch. I would have called for a fair catch on the flag.
There was a deep fly to center field on that flag.
Lorenzo Kane just caught that in Kansas City. That was a very high flag. We'll see what the officials are calling. But the kick came down to Fortin. He brought the ball up to about the 46-yard line of Bacon Academy. We're going to get a penalty against the Falcons. Personal foul penalty against Fitch, and that's going to bring Bacon into Falcon territory and not where you want that Bacon offense to start.
No, that's a tough penalty right there, especially coming off the score. And now they're going, Bacon's going to have the ball 1st and 10, and they're probably about the Fitch 45-yard line. A little bit of a undisciplined move by Mike Ellis' team right there, and they're probably a little over anxious. Kids fired up. Kids amped up, but you got to try and harness that adrenaline, Casey.
You do. You got to play under. You got to remember these are 15 to 18-year-old kids. There's a lot of emotion going on down there right now. Let's see how it translates. Kelly in the shotgun. Kelly rolls right. Kelly with time. Kelly throws the ball deep downfield for Narlock, and it is incomplete inside the 10. Kelly had Narlock on a corner route but couldn't quite connect. 2nd and 10, and this is going to be back and forth here in this second half.
Kelly's showing that he can make moves and throws on the move as well, and Fitch dodged a big bullet there. This is going to be a wild second half.
I think what you're seeing now is the Falcon linebackers and cornerbacks are pressing up on those Bacon receivers.
Yes, they are.
They're not letting them get those little short passes. And they're going to trust that their front three can get a little pressure on Sean Kelly.
They're trying to close out space. That's exactly what they're trying to do.
From the pistol, Kelly. Hands off to Gazibwe. Gazibwe gets the corner, and he is an elusive running back. Gazibwe is silky smooth. Run out of the bounds that time by number 44, Malik Williams. It's going to bring up 3rd and short.
Gazibwe right now appears to be the X factor for that Bacon offense. No matter if he's, doing a power running up the middle or space on the outside or receiving, he is the one guy right now outside of Kelly that the Fitch defense has got to be aware of at all times, Case.
And Coach Larka said they planned on throwing the ball all over the place this year. Gazibwe has changed them into a balanced team. From the shotgun, Kelly pressured, and he's sacked. And he's sacked all the way back at the 46-yard line. Dante Paul. I said we were going to call that name in the first half. We're calling it now.
Again, the Fitch secondary pressed the receivers up front. Kelly looking for the quick hitch, had nothing there, and the big people up front doing work for Fitch. Both offensively and defensively right now in this game, Casey, Fitch has made some key adjustments.
I asked Coach Ellis, I said, is Dante Paul as talented as he appears to be? And he said, Dante Paul can do whatever he wants in the field.
Yes, he can.
He's just got it. He said he makes mistakes with technique and overcomes them with athleticism.
And talent.
And that's what we saw there. A great job. They're going to go for a fake punt. Narlock's going to keep it, and he's got no chance. No chance at all. Great job. Cam Albin.
The element of surprise. I'm surprised. The element of surprise didn't surprise anybody on the Fitch side of the ball in that play. What a gutsy call by Bacon, and it was snuffed out by the Falcon defense.
It was not a surprise. Trent Evans that time was the only one not fooled at all. He knew exactly what was going on, but I'll tell you what, the people up here in the booth, as soon as Bacon sent a guy in motion, they all said, here it comes, which means they knew that was in the playbook. They knew that was something Bacon might do tonight. And I give credit to Mike Ellis and his coaching staff because the Fitch Falcons were not fooled.
No, they stayed home and protected their lanes very well.
7 minutes remaining in the third period. Duncan in Bacon territory. Duncan rolls right, rolls, pressured, throws downfield, looking for Letellier, and it's what a catch! What a catch by Luke Letellier! Oh my! At the 10-yard line. How did he keep his feet in?
And Rob Duncan making plays on the move. A very, very good timing pattern down the sidelines, and finally Fitch has found a rhythm a little bit offensively.
Paul Chassey's got his hands out looking at the official saying, but I was right there.
He was dragging both of his feet.
How did he make that catch? That is an NFL catch right there. That is something you see on Sundays. Luke Letellier. He's not going to be Letelier anymore after today. He's going to earn his name back. Handoff. Up the middle it goes. Nicely defended that time by Bacon and driven back. A little spunk in the Bacon defense, and there's Gazibwe that time stepping up. McClish was hit right as he entered the hole, and it looks like these two teams are settling in for a good old-fashioned slugfest.
Yeah, Fitch is certainly taking advantage of, very, very good field position here in the second half as well, looking to cash in. Back-to-back drives.
2nd and 5. Duncan pitches left. And breaking a tackle and getting down towards the goal line. Nice move that time. On the carry for the Falcons was 7 Riley. Riley gets all the way down to the goal line. It's going to be 3rd and a foot, and Fitch is running right up to the football. Ball's down there. Duncan barking signals. Duncan on the quarterback keeper. Duncan pushes in towards the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons, Robert Duncan, and we are an extra point away from a brand new ball game.
Yeah, we got a game now, and Rob Duncan making plays with his arm and making plays with his feet on this drive. Fitch taking advantage of the miscue on the punt fake, and then you know what? We've seen this all game long. When Fitch has the ability, Casey, to flip the field position, whether it's via the punt or the turnover, they've capitalized very well.
Here's what we've seen, though. Fitch has scored 4 of the last 5 times it's had the ball and has held Bacon 4 of the last 5 times they've had the ball. We have clearly seen a shift in this football game. And after this extra point by Colton St. Louis, we might have a brand new one. Up, fumbled snap, Duncan rolls, Duncan throws, and it's going to be intercepted in the end zone. So with 5:58 remaining, Bacon holds on to a 1-point lead, 27-26.
Sometimes the little things will come back to bite you, and you hope not to think that will prove the case here for the Falcons. But boy, Fitch is alive, are they not? I mean, Duncan making plays, Letelier making plays, Letellier making plays. The gang's all here, Casey O'Neill.
Well, I'm willing to bet that's not the last score we see in this football game. I will tell you right now, Keith, the difference was made when 2 things happened. The first is when the Fitch defense came up, started pressing the receivers, not allowing Kelly to get the ball out quickly, and instead making Kelly have to wait and allow some pressure. Dante Paul in particular has really stepped up and put that pressure on.
Yeah, first half, I mean, Fitch was sitting back in that zone. Kelly was dinking and dunking, hitting guys on short patterns left and right. Guys catching the ball in space. Casey, 5 yards turned into 15. And Fitch has tightened up the reins a little bit defensively here since that.
Well, you can play zone, but they were playing zone with giving them a free release off the line of scrimmage.
Right.
You can't give them the free release. You can bump them, hold them there, and then play zone behind it. And by doing that, it also allows you to be closer to the line of scrimmage to defend the run when Gazibwe gets the football. Well, there's a shift in.
Chair's kind of low, that's all.
Oh,
I'm saying his chair's sitting down now.
Junior voice of Game Day can grab that chair right behind me.
He's all right. Does he want to sit down? I mean, okay, we're good. You sure? You want to sit in the middle?
There we go. So with 5:58 remaining here in the third period, Fitch going to kick off from its own 40-yard line. Bacon Academy, we are going to see what they're made of because they have really, really started to point fingers right now. They are just looking for some answers. St. Louis's kick, driven and taken by Jacob Fortin. Fortin up the sideline for the Bacon Academy to a nice return to the 40-yard line. And that's where Sean Kelly and the Bobcats will take over 1st and 10 here with a 1-point lead, 27-26.
Your body language right now on the Fitch side, everybody's up and jumping, and the black uniforms, and they're going nuts over there. And right now, Bacon's a little bit of a what just happened mode.
I very much like the leadership, though, of Peter Gazibwe. He was the first one on the field offensively.
Yeah.
Gathered his guys up. He's a calming influence. Now Kelly has to do the same thing. We've seen Duncan play well on the other side. Now Kelly's got to step up, the senior leader for the Bobcats. Kelly fakes the handoff to Gazibwe, rolls right, has time. Kelly's going to keep it. Kelly to the sidelines, and a gain of 8 on first down. Nice job by Sean Kelly.
Yeah, now Kelly's got to use his head a little bit, Casey. If nothing there, don't force it. You've got plenty of space in that second level once you get past the rush and the pressure. So Kelly tuck and run and positive yardage on first down, gain of 7.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3. 5:45 remaining here in period number 3. 45-yard line, Bacon Academy going right to left in the visiting white. We've seen ourselves quite a ball game so far. Trips left for Bacon. Kelly, straight drop. Kelly, nothing there. Kelly steps up, and he'll have a gain of maybe a yard. Avoids the sack brought down by Trent Evans on the play, just short of the first down marker. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Nobody opened that time for Kelly in the pattern, and for Bacon Academy, Kelly had to tuck and run again, and a good job by the Fitch defensive line holding their lane, shedding off the block, and keeping the gain down to a minimum. Big 3rd down here for both teams, for the Fitch defense and for the Bacon offense.
I'd be shocked if Gazibwe doesn't get the football right here. They have not had any success throwing the ball recently. Hand off to Gazibwe, straight up the middle, puts his head down, drives forward for the first down. Nice play that time by Gazibwe, taking what was given.
And you're not even a coach, and you called that from the booth.
I stayed in the Holiday Inn Express last night.
Yes, you're a man of many talents.
Tough
running right there. Nothing fancy about that. Give your star the ball. Tell him to get between the center and the tackle. The guard.
16 for 84 for him.
16 carries for 84 yards and 2 touchdowns so far for Peter Gazibwe.
Just crossing midfield, they're in Fitch territory, are the Bacon Academy Bobcats. Kelly from the shot. Kelly with time. No pressure. Kelly steps up. Going to keep it again. Kelly to the outside. Kelly close to the first down marker. There's no one running open, but Kelly has tons of running room himself.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the theme, so maybe Fitch will have to put a spy on Kelly a little bit in the middle of the field, but the middle of the field is wide open. Bacon's got 3 receivers going down in deep patterns. All the guys are covered, and that second level is open for Kelly if he can get there.
He's got 60 yards.
2nd and 1 for the Bobcats. 60 yards rushing for Kelly on the day, just from what you said, just scrambling out of the pocket.
Sure.
Twin receivers right, twin receivers left for the Bobcats. Kelly out of the shotgun with Gazibwe. Gazibwe goes in the pattern. Kelly flips it out to him. Gazibwe trying to break a tackle. Eludes another one. He is slippery. First down, Peter Gazibwe. What a nice job that time, and a flag comes down late.
Maybe a bit of a face mask maybe on Gazibwe as he pushed one of the Fitch defenders down with his right hand.
Nice job. It was Letelier that time that knocked him out of bounds, and Gazibwe saying it's going to go against the Falcons, and it will. It's going to be a penalty against the Falcons on a face mask, and that's going to tack on some more yards to what was a very slippery run.
Yeah, the Fitch coaching staff is not happy down there in the sidelines right now. It could have been one of those plays that would have went both ways, but Gazibwe is their guy in open space.
Gazibwe wants the football.
Yeah.
He's telling his coaches, give me the rock here. I want the football. I want the pressure on my shoulders here, and that so far has been a good answer for Bacon Academy. 1st and 10. With the ball at the 36-yard line. Bacon, if nothing else, has stemmed the momentum of the Falcons.
Only a 5-yard face mask on that play. I mean, I didn't know that still existed. There's a difference between 5 and a 15?
There is. Incidental.
All right.
From the shotgun, Kelly pitches to Gazibwe off right tackle. Gazibwe cuts it back inside. Not a lot there. Nice job that time by the center of the Falcons line. Coming out of it, Dante Paul. It's going to bring up 2nd and long.
Gazibwe looking for a cutback lane as he was bounced to the outside, tried to cut back up the middle. Paul filled very well. Paul moving side to side, and he's going to be one of those guys who's going to keep an eye on Gazibwe. He's going to have to keep an eye on Kelly. A lot's going to be asked at Dante Paul down the stretch of this game.
4 wides for Bacon. Twins on each side. Gazibwe is the only set. Kelly with time. Kelly steps up. Kelly run down the right sideline. Kelly breaks a tackle and falls forward for the first down all the way up inside the 20-yard line. Sean Kelly is going to end up as the 100-yard rusher. They may have 200-yard rushers today.
Yeah, I mean, Kelly's just, all he's doing is tucking and running, and he's giving what the defense is taking him. I mean, Fitch is doing a nice job of covering guys down the field, but the middle of the field is wide open. If Kelly can step through that initial front line, Casey, he's got 8, 9, 10 yards before he's even touched.
Well, Gazibwe's got over 80 yards. Kelly's got over 70 yards rushing so far for the Bobcats. 1st and 10 from the 20. Kelly fakes to Gazibwe. He's pressured. Kelly rolls right out of the pocket. Kelly is going to be brought out of bounds, sacked, and he could have just gotten rid of the football.
Another flag down, too. A little chippiness going on down there. Maybe a late hit by the Falcons on the sideline.
I think they're going to get some mouthiness on the field this time. I think they were unhappy with what one of the players may have said to the official after that play. But regardless of the penalty, a big-time sack again. Kelly out of the pocket could have gotten rid of the football, but didn't and was brought out of bounds for a sack of perhaps 10 yards. And we may, if it's against Bacon Academy, this may push them back to a huge number. It could be 1st and 35.
Maybe sportsmanlike conduct, it looks like, being called. I mean, if I had to guess.
Dead ball foul, unsportsmanlike conduct. And
Yeah,
it's against
exactly
Bacon Academy, and it's going to be I'm not going to identify the player, but what happened was one of the Bacon Academy players basically just said to the referee, questioned the official's call as Kelly was being brought out of bounds in a manner that was unappetizing to the official.
Unappetizing.
Yeah.
Unappetizing.
Well, if I was an official, I don't know how well I'd enjoy a 17-year-old kid getting into my face and questioning it either.
How would you rate the pizza in the booth tonight, speaking of appetizing?
It was free and it was plentiful, which means it's okay in my book.
That's what the junior voice of Game Day said. He says as long as it was free, it was good.
What's the best kind of pizza? Free pizza. 3:32 remaining here in the third period. 27-26 Bacon Academy. Now they're all the way back to the 43. Kelly rolls right with time. Throws to Narlock, incomplete. And that's one Kelly wants back because he had Narlock, had a step down the right sideline. Narlock had avoided. If Kelly can get out of the pocket and has some time, these receivers can run free.
Yeah, I mean, this is gut check time here a little bit for Bacon Academy. I mean, now they're facing the adversity, some of the adversity they faced in the Killing League game. They came unraveled a little bit. Let's see if Kelly, especially a quarterback, can hold things together for the Bacon squad.
2nd and 33 from the 43-yard line. 5 wide. Kelly is the lone guy. He's in the shotgun. Kelly over the middle, complete to Chassis. Inside the 30-yard line to the 25-yard line. Nice throw that time by Kelly. Chassis on a post route.
Chassis in the second level there. Kelly with all the time in the world. Nice, easy pitch and catch. Sets up a manageable down and distance right here for third down. Third and about 14, Case.
It's hard to believe that 3rd and 14 is manageable.
What does that mean? Second down and 33.
They just got 21 yards on that play. Kelly's going to keep Gazibwe in the backfield this time on 3rd and 14, down under 3 minutes. Snap. Kelly rolls right. Nothing there. Throws deep down the sidelines for Narlock, and it's incomplete. And I think he had him. I think Narlock had it in the end zone and was just tipped away at the last minute, or at the very least, it was distracted away because I think Narlock had that in the end zone.
Yeah, that was a very, very good ball by Kelly on that play, and Narlock just could not reel it in. 4th down right here, and probably would say Bacon would probably go for it.
No reason not to.
Judging from the field position right now?
Well, there's no reason. They're not going to kick a field goal, and they're certainly not going to punt from the 25. So 4th and 14 from the 24, and Bacon is going to go for it here. They're going to have twins right, twins left with Gazibwe as the lone set, Kelly in the shotgun. Snap to Kelly. Hands the ball off to Gazibwe. Now Kelly keeps it himself, and he's going to be sacked. Sacked, and who is it? Dante Paul. Dante Paul has taken over the second half of this football game.
4 sacks on the game so far for Dante Paul. In this half alone, Casey, Dante Paul and that whole Fitch defensive front line there making the adjustments, bringing the pressure on Kelly, and give credit also, too, to the secondary for Fitch. I mean, he had nobody open there, and Fitch can't sit back. They've got to pressure the receivers. They've got to bring pressure on Kelly.
4 sacks by Dante Paul in the third quarter. 2:37 remaining in the period. Fitch with the ball, down a point, 27-26. What a change in momentum we have. Duncan from the shotgun. Duncan, handoff up the middle, not much there. Nice job by the center of the Bacon Academy line. And another penalty comes down. Nice job by Dylan Kornbrath on the tackle, but we're going to get a flag on the play, and we'll see which way this is going.
I guess false start, but I've known to be wrong a time or two in my day.
Face mask penalty against Bacon Academy.
Or 3. I've gone wrong a time or 2 or 3. Would you agree?
Both teams right now hurting themselves with these penalties. Every time one team starts to seize a little bit, the other team's giving a little bit of it back.
Yeah, the game has gotten a little chippy, and the game has gotten a little sloppy here in the third quarter. Maybe it's because of a little desperation that Bacon feels, or maybe it's a little bit of over-aggressiveness by Fitch, but right now it's a little chippy out there in the field.
2nd and 5, Fitch from the 35-yard line. Duncan from the shotgun. He's got 4 wide receivers. Duncan looks to throw. Duncan tosses it for Johnson on an out route. No good. Defended by Mish Piper. Going to bring up 2nd and 5 for the Falcons.
3-step drop that time by Duncan. Locked in his first receiver. Get Duncan on the edge a little bit here if you're Mike Ellis and the Fitch coaching staff. Let him making plays with the feet and with his arm. I like Duncan on the move. He's one of those quarterbacks where I think he looks a little more comfortable throwing the ball when he's on the edge.
Yeah, he does very, very well when he's rolling, particularly strong side to his throwing hand. Very, very nicely done. He's got a nice touch. Fitch stays 4 wide on 2nd and 5. Duncan's going to keep it himself, straight up the middle. Duncan's going to have a first down for the Falcons all the way up to the 42-yard line. And Robert Duncan taking it on his own shoulders there. First down, Falcons.
Big initial push by that Fitch offensive line, pushing Bacon back, creating space for Duncan. It was a straight-out quarterback draw. First new set of downs, moving the chains, as they would call it, for the Falcons.
1st and 10 Falcons from the 43-yard line. Duncan in the shotgun, maintaining that 4 set. Bacon's going to put pressure. They do. Duncan gets it out. It's complete. Into the flat it goes. Tackle broken. Nice job. First down, Falcons, all the way to the 44-yard line of Bacon Academy. Bacon brought pressure that time, but Cleon McClish got out into the pattern and got the first down.
Great job by Rob Duncan recognizing the cornerback blitz. He saw his hot read in McClish. He got rid of the ball very fast. Good heads-up play that time by Robert Duncan.
Yep, Bacon brought the pressure from the corner. Duncan saw it, stepped right into it. Throw it from where the guy's coming. He's coming from there. Someone's open.
The hot read, Casey O'Neill.
1st and 10 Fitch. They are moving the football.
Duncan is now 10 of 21.
Duncan rolls right. Duncan pressure, throws onto the sideline. No good, incomplete. Chassis on the coverage. He was looking for his favorite target down there. It looks like Letellier. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
10 out of 22 now for Duncan for 160-some yards, 162 yards, so, and a touchdown.
1:42 remaining in the 3rd period. 27 Bacon, 26 Fitch. Right now it feels like Fitch's football game, but they still have to get a couple more points before they can take the lead.
Yeah, that missed extra point was pretty big the last time down the field. But Fitch is moving the ball. They're rolling downhill, Casey. They've been rolling downhill the entire second half.
2nd and 10 from the 44. Duncan to McClish. McClish to the sideline. McClish with speed. McClish to the outside, and Cleon McClish all the way inside the 30-yard line. They call him the Comet, Cleon McClish.
Fitch wide receivers doing a nice job blocking downfield. McClish very patient on the carry. And you know what? Fitch has the speed, Casey. If they can get to the edge and spring one of those running backs free, they can gain 10 or 15 yards.
Bacon Academy defense starting to look a little bit frustrated out there, too.
A little tired.
Fitch with the ball, 1st and 10 now from the Bacon Academy 28-yard line. Duncan, straight drop, over the middle, incomplete, looking for McClish, but well defended that time. In on the coverage that time was Matt Seacard from his middle linebacker position. 2nd down, Falcons.
Yeah, McClish came out of the tight end position that time, looking to slip him through the middle of the field. He was definitely covered. He was double covered. And just kind of a spotty read that time by Duncan. But you talked about this the entire second half, basically. Fitch has owned the ball. Time of possession is hugely in their favor. And Bacon look a little confused, a little gassed right now on defense.
2nd and 10 from the Bacon Academy 28-yard line. Duncan, straight drop, pressured, throws, complete, and immediately tackled on the play. Nick Provost out there with the tackle right away. Pass was complete to Cam Albin. Nice gain, but short of the first down.
Yeah, good route run by Provost and a strong throw by Duncan as he got the ball cross field. 3rd and 4, manageable, short down and distance on 3rd down for the Falcons.
Albin could have broken that tackle and gone for a touchdown. Provost saved some yards there with the sure-handed tackle. Duncan hands the ball up the middle. Looks like it's going to be enough for a first down. Falcons will have the ball inside the 20 all the way to the 15-yard line. Parker Gibson gets Fitch going to the 18-yard line.
A little bit of a bobbled snap there by Duncan, by the center exchange with Duncan. Duncan gathered himself a little bit, and Fitch picks up a first down.
Duncan rolls right, pressured, throws in the end zone, just short of it, caught. What a great catch. You know it's got to be on the sideline to Luke Letellier. You know how you knew it was Letellier? Because it was a brilliant catch. If it's an NFL-looking catch, it's got to be Luke Letellier.
Hey, he's Rob Duncan's #1 guy out there, and that's not the first time that play has happened. Duncan looks real good now throwing the ball.
7 catches for 101 yards.
7 catches for 101 yards on the day for Letellier.
Duncan from the 3-yard line sends Johnson in motion. Duncan pitches to Johnson. Johnson cuts it up inside, but pursuit by the Bacon Academy defense. Great job that time. Jason Geary coming up and making the stop and keeping Johnson short of the end zone.
He stuffed that cutback lane that Johnson had. For a second there, the hole was there. Johnson saw it and was knocked down.
That's exactly right. Johnson had the cutback lane.
It was there.
And it filled. Nice job by the linebacker filling the cutback lane. 2nd and 1 from the 1. Fitch. Duncan, quarterback keeper, nothing there. Nothing there. Great job by the center of the Bacon line. Dylan Kornbrath did not let Duncan have a step.
Yeah, quick count there by Duncan, and he was denied 6 points as we end the third quarter, Casey.
Parker Gibson is the lone set. Duncan under center. Duncan takes it himself. Duncan twists. Duncan turns. Bacon Academy says no. No official word from the officials. They're going to say no.
Wow.
And it's going to be 4th and 6 inches.
Back-to-back quarterback sneaks. Rob Duncan is denied. And if I'm Coach Mike Ellis, I am going to you got to rely on your offensive line to get you 6 inches here, Case.
They are going to go for it here.
Of course.
Dylan Kornbrath, the big man up the front, the captain, the senior. He is a big guy. He's anchored the center of the line. He stopped Duncan twice. Here we go. 4th and 1 from the 1. Fitch, Duncan, quarterback keeper, churning, waiting for the official signal.
Wow.
Bacon Academy says no, and he's stopped. They stopped him 3 times on the goal line. Bacon Academy holds.
What a huge play. 3 times in a row, Robert Duncan denied on a quarterback sneak, and that Fitch offensive line couldn't get his senior quarterback 6 inches, Casey.
But to quote the great Lee Corso, not so fast, my friend, because Bacon Academy now has the ball on the 1-foot line, and they have to move off of there. They have done very little offensively. Right now, they are on the 1-foot line. This is safety situation. They're going to I would say Kelly, quarterback keeper on 1st down.
Yep. Got it.
Kelly under center. Kelly, quarterback keeper, gains about 4 yards. Nice, smart play. Good job reading his block by Sean Kelly. Gets him out from his own goal line.
Casey, I'm very surprised, too, that, Fitch did not try and mix things up a little bit down there in the goal line. I know, when you go on 1 down, 2nd down, you got to try and mix it up a little bit. There was no element of surprise there whatsoever.
2nd and 7. Kelly's now in the shotgun. Kelly to Gazibwe. Nothing there. Gazibwe turns it back up and gains about 2. Just reaching out with the football is Peter Gazibwe. But the Fitch defense has significantly tightened up. 3rd and 4. What a big play. Fitch, if they can hold here, can get the ball right back again.
It's a big 3rd down here for both teams, Casey. Bacon doesn't want to give it up. Their defense is out of gas a little bit. And Fitch is still reeling from the missed opportunity of not scoring a touchdown.
Trips left for Bacon. Gazibwe is the lone set. Gazibwe gets it. Gazibwe breaks a tackle. Gazibwe is going to have a 1st down for Bacon Academy. What a big run by Peter Gazibwe.
Man, I don't think there's any secret to who's getting the ball on that play. And he is calling for it. He is begging for it. He's begging the coaching staff for it. What a huge 1st down pickup by the Bobcats.
Bacon Academy with a huge 1st down. They're going to have the ball all the way up now to the 20-yard line, out of their own goal line. A huge run by Peter Gazibwe to get them some breathing room. We are down under 10 minutes. Kelly from the shotgun. Again to Gazibwe. Gazibwe cuts it left, cuts it back right. Gazibwe straight up the middle. 1st down, Bacon Academy. Peter Gazibwe is showing us a running clinic right now.
That is a definition of patient running that time. He picked his way through the offensive line. He got himself into the 2nd level. And the thing with Gazibwe there, he's put his head down, Casey, and got 3 tough yards at the end of that run.
That's the thing I like most about his running style. We've seen the elusiveness. We've seen some vision and patience, but he's tough, and he knows when it's time to pull it up and get what you can get. 1st and 10 from the 34. Kelly rolls right. Kelly, nothing there. Kelly pressured by Evans and out of bounds. And I'm not sure why Sean Kelly isn't throwing this ball. Why is he throwing these footballs? He's taking sacks, running out of bounds. Get rid of the football.
Nah, throw the ball. Throw the ball away. Don't take a loss there. And again, that's one of those plays where you give credit to the Fitch secondary. They're stringing things out a little bit. Kelly can't find a guy. And I don't know why they're not running the ball with Gazibwe.
Well, I think after 3 cracks at it, they just needed to give him a break.
Now, listen.
But 2nd and 10.
He's a 17-year-old kid. He gets tired?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yes, 17-year-old kids get tired. 2nd and 11 from the 32-yard line. Kelly in the shotgun. Trips left. Kelly looking to throw. Kelly steps up. Kelly held on, and who is it? Dante Paul. That's 5. 5 sacks in the second half for Dante Paul.
Dante Paul, a man-child up front so far for the Fitch Falcons here in the second half. And again, Kelly had nowhere to go with that ball. The Fitch secondary taking space away from the Bacon wide receivers. And a big, big sack. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 16. A big, big 3rd down coming up for the Falcons defense.
Kelly had Mish Piper running the wheel, but couldn't get it to him because Dante Paul got him by the legs. 3rd and 16. Kelly from the shotgun. Kelly pressured. Kelly stepped up. There's Dante Paul again, and it's another sack for the Fitch Falcons. Dante Paul along with Fresco Stevenson. That's the 2 names on defense. Dante Paul is having a career second half.
Yeah, and the Fitch secondary right now, they're taking away that number 1 option for Sean Kelly. And when he's got to look down his progression, he just doesn't have the time because Fitch is bringing extra people. A very, very well-designed defense here by the Fitch Falcons after the first quarter moving forward. Casey, they made the adjustments very well.
Big-time punt here. Dan Narlock needs to get this away. Luke Letellier stands at midfield. Low snap. Narlock gets it off, but it's a short kick. It bounces at the 30-yard line and gets to the 37-yard line. Narlock did a great job fielding the punt. It was a low snap, a ground ball, but Fitch with fantastic field position at the Bacon Academy 39.
This is the 4th time this game where we've seen the Fitch defense step up, make a stand, get Bacon off the field on 3rd down, and get good field position. Casey, they scored on the previous 2 circumstances like this.
7:57 remaining. What a game we have had. Bacon Academy holding on with a 1-point lead, 27-26, but Fitch has it in Bacon territory at the 39. Duncan sends McClish in motion, handoff up the middle, stuffed, nothing there. Geary steps up from his cornerback position. Fitch wants a flag, but they're not going to get one.
Getting chippy down there in the field right now. This is money time. This is winning time, 4th quarter.
7 Riley had nothing going on that time. Bacon Academy defense rallied. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Riley stays in the game at running back. Duncan, straight drop. Duncan on a quick little hitch. Going to be complete for about 7 yards to Johnson. It's going to bring up 3rd and short for Fitch now. Moving in Bacon territory at the 34-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
Quick hit at that time between Duncan and Johnson. Just an easy little pitch and catch, and Duncan delivered the ball where only his receiver could get it. 3rd down, and like I said, about 6 right here. And Fitch has got to be thinking 2-down territory at this point in the game. 7 minutes to go. Down by a point. Why not?
Yep, absolutely right. Riley is the setback. Duncan in the shotgun. Duncan, quarterback keeper. Duncan's going to be up near the 1st down marker. Let's see where the spot is. He's right up to the 30-yard line. It's either going to be a 1st down or 3rd and very, very short. They're marking the ball just shy of the 30. Fitch going right up to the football. It's 4th and a yard. Big 4th down for the Falcons. Look for Duncan to keep it. Duncan, no, he's going to throw. Duncan throws, and it's intercepted by Gazibwe. He's in the open field and down the sideline. Peter Gazibwe with a huge play for the Bacon Academy Bobcats.
Gazibwe has done it all this game for Bacon. He sat back in his safety position. He stayed home, read the eyes of the quarterback, jumped the route, and Bacon turns the Fitch Falcons away. Casey, I am shocked that Fitch did not run the football there.
They ran it 3 times on the goal line and didn't get a yard. That time on 4th, they tried to get up to the line. I thought it was going to be for a quarterback keeper. Instead, he threw it, and Gazibwe was there. Kelly from the shotgun, 6-17. Kelly's going to throw. Kelly rolls with time. Downfield, and it's tipped and incomplete. Looking for Tyler Bolden, and he had him at the 40-yard line, but good coverage on the play by number 2, Sebastian, and knocked the ball loose.
Coverage over the top and coverage underneath that time for the Falcons. They weren't going to let the receiver for Bacon get behind them in the secondary.
6:16 remaining. Bacon
Academy. I'm sorry, Casey, kind of surprised that Bacon's passing the football.
I am as well, but I think they're trying to put this thing out of reach. Kelly from the shotgun. Quick throw into the flat it goes. Complete this time again to Bolden. Bolden this time is going to have about 8 yards on second down, so Bacon not going away from what it does best. If they're playing off a little bit, quick pitch and catch.
Easy pitch and catch that time. Too easy. Fitch came out of the press coverage that time. Kelly recognized it. Quick read on the outside, his first option. Good gain on second down.
3rd and 4 from the 44-yard line. Under 6 minutes remaining here. Kelly looking for Gazibwe in the flat. Finds Gazibwe. Gazibwe's going to have a first down and a few more. Crosses midfield into Fitch territory. Peter Gazibwe will have a Bacon Academy first down right at midfield.
Kelly seems to be more a little bit efficient. I mean, he's straight drop, 3 steps, get rid of the ball. Put on that pass, Casey. He has not been effective.
Fitch is going to need a stop. 1st and 10 Bacon right at midfield. We're under 6 minutes. Kelly to Gazibwe. Gazibwe stopped right at the marker. Ball's on the ground. It's a fumble. It's loose. Fitch has it. Fitch is going to score a touchdown. Touchdown. Falcons. Falcons touchdown. Oh, my. Gazibwe fumbled it at midfield. And the Falcons recovered. And a touchdown. 7 Riley. 7 Riley with a Falcon touchdown. What did I just see?
Wow, Peter Gazibwe still laying down at midfield as the entire Bacon team is in shock. And Fitch is attempting the extra point. What a play.
32-27. Why are the Falcons not going for 2 here? They're up 5. They need to go for 2 here. I think the Falcons coaching staff just realized that they're going to have to go for 2, but the Bobcats crossing midfield. The reliable Gazibwe puts the ball on the turf, and 7 Riley picks it up and goes 50 yards for a touchdown.
And everybody stopped on the Bacon side of the ball. I think they thought the ball was down. They didn't realize it was fumbled, Casey.
And after all of that, it's the Fitch defense that puts them ahead. The offense couldn't. The defense did it. Duncan rolls right, looking for 2. Nothing there. He's going to be stopped. But with 5:41 remaining in the game, the Fitch Falcons have taken their first lead of the night, 32-27 on a 50-yard fumble recovery by 7 Riley. Wow.
What a football game. Was this game not 27-7 at one point?
It was 21-0 as well.
21-0, yeah.
What a second half by the Fitch Falcons. And, you know, it's almost fitting that after all those efforts by the offense to get them back into the game, it was the defense that finally pushed them over the top and got them the lead. Now Bacon gets the ball back with lots of time, 5:41, but they have not moved the ball that well since the early parts of the first half.
And it's a script you wouldn't have written because Gazibwe's been doing everything for this team. He's done it on the offensive side of the ball, catching, receiving, defensive side of the ball with an interception. Gazibwe has done everything right, coughed the ball up there.
And he is anxious to get his hands back on the football.
His body language right now down on the field, he is distraught.
5:41, folks, we have ourselves one heck of a high school football game. Bacon Academy had 21-0, 27-7. Fitch clawed, they scratched, they got within a point, and finally, on of all things, a fumble recovery. The Falcons have the lead.
Now let's see now if Bacon Academy is still in a bit of a shock mode or then we got to win this game mode.
The energy level here has risen precipitously. 5:41, and you can feel it. Stat Guru, I know, you got to go look that one up. That's what they got the thesaurus for. You can Google that one. Kick is going to go down the sidelines and out of bounds. They wanted no part of kicking that one to Gazibwe. So with 5:41 remaining, Bacon Academy is going to have very good field position.
This is a big-time game right now. And you know what? Look for Dante Paul on the defensive side to continue to make plays for Fitch, continue what they're doing on defense. And right now, Bacon Academy has got to be scratching their head, searching for answers collectively. They're almost like the team right now, Casey. When you look down the field, they're almost in a state of shock right now.
Bacon Academy is going to make Fitch re-kick it. And that'll give me time to tell you that Lawrence and Memorial has 2 ways for you to get expert non-emergency care with less cost and less waiting than a visit to the emergency room. At L&M, their 2 walk-in locations on Howard Street in New London and the Stop & Shop Plaza in Stonington offer you more convenience and more services, and no appointment is necessary. From rashes to gashes and routine physicals too, at Lawrence and Memorial, we're here for you. Coming soon, a new walk-in location opens up in Waterford. So, 5:41 remaining. 32 for Fitch, 27 for Bacon, and the emotions of this game have been all over the place. We are in the press box at Door Field, surrounded by Falcons, and they are, I think, as stunned as we are in the way this has all gone down. They were waiting for Dante Paul to step up. He's played a second half for the ages, and the Falcons' defense got them the lead. Low kick is going to be fallen on by Mish Piper at the 35-yard line. So worked out for Bacon. They've got good field position at their own 35 and a flag. And I can't imagine what on earth this flag could be for.
Chippiness, unsportsmanlike conduct along those lines.
Put the flag in your pocket. 5:40 remaining in the ball game.
A lot of emotion down there in the field right now, both sides.
32-27. Falcons on top. We'll see what the officials have decided they want to do here.
This could give Bacon the ball at the midfield if it's against Fitch.
It looks like they want to walk that way, so let's see what the official says. He's calling Coach Ellis over from the Fitch sideline to talk to him. That's never good. We'll see what the flag's going to be, but the Falcons are already moving towards midfield.
You know, and there's so much emotion out there right now in the field on both sides. Guys wanting to make plays, adrenaline flowing.
All right, so here it is. It's a dead ball foul against the Falcons. That's going to bring Bacon Academy all the way up to midfield. What a crucial penalty against the Falcons. Bacon now has the ball at midfield. Unsportsmanlike against the Falcons on a punch kickoff. No reason for that. And he went over to Coach.
There wasn't even a tackle on the play, Casey.
No, he went over to Coach Ellis and explained what happened. So, all right, here we go. 5:40 remaining. Bacon Academy trailing for the first time in the football game. Trips right for Bacon. Gazibwe wants the ball desperately after that fumble. He is the lone setback. Keith O'Neill, along with Keith O'Brien, the stat guru and the junior voice of Game Day, we are waiting for what a finish to this ball game. Sean Kelly, the senior quarterback, stands at his own 45 from the shotgun. He's going to throw. Kelly with time. Kelly, a flag's on the play. We're going to get a hold against Bacon, and that's going to back them back up again. Kelly was pressured out of the pocket and ran forward for a gain of 3, but that one's going to come back.
Again, Kelly looking downfield for a receiver. Casey, nobody covered. Fitch secondary playing a very, very solid ball game right now, and penalty's going to push Bacon back a little bit. Listen, this Fitch secondary's played extremely well in the second half, and you could tell Kelly's frustrated out there just a little bit.
First off, that's the first holding penalty we've seen against Bacon. Of all the pressure that Fitch has gotten on him, they have not held yet, so that's the first one. 1st and 20. Ball is moved back to the 39-yard line of Bacon Academy. Kelly's going to go twins left, twins right. Gazibwe's the back. Kelly from the shot. Kelly, straight drop, pressured, tried for an inside wide receiver screen. No good. He was pressured by Evans. Incomplete. It's going to bring up 2nd down and long. Looks like they were trying to counter that pressure that Fitch has been putting on by hitting him with an inside screen, but no good.
Nah, play was snuffed out pretty good by the Fitch defenders. Linebackers held their lanes, played pretty well that time. Big down on distance right here. 2nd down and about 22 for the Bobcats.
4 wide receivers right, including Gazibwe. The left of a ride route, only 1 for Bacon. Over the middle, incomplete that time. Kelly was looking down the middle for his receiver, Gazibwe, not there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 20.
Big down here for the Fitch defense, Casey. 3rd down and a country mile, and all they're thinking about right now is no penalties, no flags. Let's make a stop here and get our offense back on the field.
3rd and 20 for Bacon from their own 39. 5 receivers, no running backs, empty backfield. Here's Kelly. Kelly pressured. Kelly steps up. Kelly throws over the middle of the field, knocked down. Knocked down. Nice play by the Falcons. Luke Letellier knocked it down.
Kelly is 4 for 11.
And that's going to bring up 4th and 20 from the 39. With 5:12 remaining, Bacon's going to punt.
4 for 11 in the second half for senior quarterback Sean Kelly. Casey, he just doesn't have the time right now. He has been pressured. He's running for his life. You credit that to the Fitch defensive line, and you credit to the secondary as well. Fitch stepping up on D, making things very difficult for this Bacon offense here in the second half.
So with 5:12 left, Dan Narlock is going to stand at his own 25-yard line. Another low snap. Narlock fields it nicely, gets off a booming punt. Fair catch called for and made at the 26-yard line by Letellier. And with 5:11 remaining in the game, Fitch has the ball at their own 26-yard line, and Bacon needs a stop.
It has been a tale of two halves, too, here offensively, Casey. 27 points in the first half by Bacon Academy. They've been shut out thus far here in the second half. Credit the Fitch defense, credit Dante Paul, credit the whole cast of characters over there. Now it's stand-up time for the Bacon defense. They've been called upon a lot here in the second half. They'll be called upon again right now.
5:11 in the ball game. Duncan under center. McClish gets the pitch right. McClish getting to the sideline. McClish has some space. McClish cuts it back. First down, Cleon McClish. Cleon McClish is still on his feet. It's a foot race down the sideline. Cleon McClish, finally brought down by Nick Provost all the way down at the 20-yard line. Cleon McClish, but there's a flag on the play. What are we going to call? I think it's going to be a face mask. Cleon McClish with what could be a dagger into the heart of the Bacon Academy Bobcats, but it's instead going to be against the Fitch Falcons. Wow. Cleon McClish had such a huge play, but it's going to come back.
Holding penalty against the Fitch Falcons offensive line negates an absolute tremendous run by Cleon McClish.
That's crazy.
Oh, boy, Casey, we've seen a lot of flags in the second half, too, haven't we?
Holding against the Falcons negates a 60-yard plus run by Cleon McClish. I thought it was going to be the dagger, but instead new life breathed into the Bobcats. 4:57 remaining. Bacon trails by 5, but it's going to be backed up now. It's going to be second and short because it occurred down the field, but wow. What a change in momentum.
And I saw that flag came out. McClish was 30 yards down the sideline, and then the flag came out. And a couple of the guys in the booth up here were thinking it was a face mask. I'm kind of shocked there. It was a holding penalty.
The officials are chit-chatting where the spot of the football should be. It shouldn't be 2nd and 4. That makes no sense whatsoever, regardless of where the hold was. If it's a holding penalty, it can't be 2nd and 4. So let's see where they're going to mark the football. The officials are talking to the Bacon Academy sideline right now. And they're arguing over where the spot should be. So they're going to say it's first. You know what? I'm going to come out and I'm going to say this, and this doesn't happen a lot. I'm confused.
Very odd. All right.
All right, first down. Pitch this time. The other direction to Johnson. Johnson over the left side. Johnson's got some room. Johnson breaks a tackle. Johnson's on the sideline. Johnson's going down the sideline. Chassie's the last man to beat. Chassie wrestles Johnson down inside the 20. Johnny Johnson. Wow.
Johnson caught a seam on the outside. Great downfield blocking by the Fitch wide receivers. And again, Fitch, if they can get to the edge, Casey, they've got some speed in McClish. They've got some speed in Johnson. They can make some plays. They look very, very good running the football on back-to-back plays. Now Fitch is looking to put the dagger into Bacon's heart.
One big play after another. 1st and 10. This time inside handoff. It's on the turf. Ball's on the turf.
God.
Bacon thinks they have it, and they do. Bacon Academy has recovered a fumble. Oh, my goodness. Bacon Academy will get the football back. Johnson never got the handoff from Duncan. And Bacon Academy recovers the fumble. Bacon Academy with 4:34 is going to get the ball back.
It just seems like Bacon's got new life. It just seems like that they were, wow, what a play.
If this was a Hollywood script, you'd walk out of the theater saying, nah, that was too unrealistic. That doesn't happen.
We've seen it all in this football game today. Have we not? We've seen turnovers. We've seen penalties. We've seen interceptions. We've seen it all.
1st and 10 from their own 20. Bobcats with life. Kelly gives to Gazibwe. Gazibwe spins, but nothing there. The Fitch Falcons defense they are absolutely coming to play here at the end. 4:20 remaining. 32-27 Falcons. And Keith.
Well, if it's got to be the Fitch defense, Casey, it's got to be the Fitch defense. I mean, they're going to keep going to the well.
Somebody on the Bacon receiving core is going to have to make a play. Trips left. Narlock is the sole wide out right. Gazibwe is going to come over onto the right side of Kelly. Kelly from the shot. Kelly pressured. Kelly sends Gazibwe into the pattern. Kelly now steps up. He's going to run. Kelly's got some room. Kelly to the sideline, and he's brought down. Great open field tackle at the 25-yard line. Nice job in the open field by Seven Riley. After a gain of 5, it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Casey, there's just nowhere for Kelly to throw the ball. Not downfield, not Gazibwe on the wheel route, and the safety check down. Fitch defensive secondary doing a tremendous job right now.
Kelly from the shotgun on a big 3rd and 5. Kelly gets it out quickly in the flat. 1st down, Bacon. Nice job that time. Tyler Bolden with the 1st down. Quick pitch and catch, and Bolden gets it all the way up to the 37-yard line. 1st down, Bobcats.
Just what the doctor ordered for the Bacon Academy football team on 3rd and 5. Quick 15 yards. That's what, simplify things here for Kelly here. Pitch and catch, 15 yards on the play.
Bacon at their own 39-yard line. 1st and 10, trips right. Gazibwe's the lone set. Kelly in the shotgun. Kelly, quick over the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Geary. Threw it behind him at the 45-yard line, but the clock will stop with 3:02 remaining. 32 for Fitch, 27 for Bacon Academy. And if you're just tuning in, Bacon Academy had a 21-0 lead, a 27-7 lead, and Fitch now with a 32-27 lead on a 50-yard fumble recovery by Seven Riley. With 3:02 remaining, timeout on the field, Falcons. I need to take a break.
I mean, Coach Ellis didn't like what he saw that time by the Bacon offense and by his own defense there. And right now, Fitch's defense is going to have to be called upon once again to make a play. They've done a tremendous job shutting down Bacon Academy here in the second half. And, boy, what a good football game this has turned into. And right now, Casey, with 3 minutes left to go in the game, it has become a chess match between the Bacon offense and the Fitch defense.
The junior voice of Game Day is torn right now. He likes the Fitch Falcons. He likes Coach Ellis, who's treated him very well. But he lives in Colchester, Connecticut, home of the Bacon Academy Bobcats. The junior voice of Game Day right now. It's a roller coaster.
and we're on the ride with him. That's for sure.
It's a yo-yo right now. He is up and down. He doesn't know which way is right, which way is left. But we know this, with 3:02 remaining here in the ball game, we have given you the best game of Game Day this year. This has been the kind of thing we have been waiting for. What a pleasure to broadcast this craziness. Kelly from the shotgun. Kelly pressured. Kelly rolls. Kelly's going to be sacked at the 35-yard line. Sacked. Looks like Dante Paul got his 7th sack of the second half. How's that for a tongue twister?
Wow.
7 sacks in the second half.
And whatever Mike Ellis just called the timeout for and dialed up on that play, well, it worked. He saw something he didn't like. He readjusted himself. Great job by the Fitch defense. It's go time now for this Bacon offense.
Fresco Stevenson was right there along with Paul. Those two have been the primary people on defense. 3rd and 10, Bacon from the 40. Kelly rolls right, looking for time. Kelly, no one's open. Kelly pressured. Kelly deep downfield, and it's complete. It's complete to Bolden. Bolden's inside the 20. Bolden's down Bolden's to the 20-yard line. Tyler Bolden. What a play by Sean Kelly. What a play by Sean Kelly.
What? Wow. Almost like a heave-ho there by Kelly as he had about 8 seconds to throw the ball and find a guy, Casey.
Wow. The Bacon Academy sideline is jumping. They've got some momentum back. 1st and 10 Bacon. Ball at the 20-yard line. 32-27 Falcons. Bacon, Kelly under shotgun, gives to Gazibwe. Gazibwe breaks a tackle and gets to the 15. It's going to be 2nd and 5, and we're under 2 minutes remaining. This might be the last drive of the football game. Oh, what a ball game we have seen.
Coach Mike Ellis on the sideline urging his defensive players, especially Dante Paul, to step up and make a play.
2nd and 6 from the 16. Kelly in the shotgun. Gazibwe's the set. Kelly's going to throw. He fakes left, looking for a man. Throws in the end zone. It's low, and it's incomplete. Incomplete in the end zone. Just a little bit low. Couldn't get it to Chassis. 3rd and 6.
Little pump and go, little shoulder pump by Kelly there, and a ball underthrown here by Sean Kelly. What a football game.
These kids don't know what they're doing to the heart of this guy. I don't know if I can handle all this.
You're fine.
Kelly from the shotguns got Gazibwe in the backfield, 4 wide. Now Kelly says for Gazibwe to get to his left. That's where he expects the pressure. Kelly with time. Kelly rolls right. Kelly falls down. And they're going to say he was down. What a huge play. Sean Kelly slipped, and his hand went down, which means it's a sack. That's back to the 25-yard line. And Bacon Academy is going to have a 4th down. They call a timeout with 1:15 remaining.
Sean Kelly trying to reverse his field and look to his left, and he went down on his own reconnaissance. Is that a word?
Yes. I am running. It is. It's a word. It's not the word you wanted to use in that situation, but it's a word.
Listen, he went down on it. He was untouched. He was trying to make a play, moving back to his left. He was looking in the right-hand side of the pattern. Nobody there tried to reverse his field and went down.
I still don't know where reconnaissance comes from.
But I'm out of words. I mean, I can't. This is just a wild football game.
Just throw words out. Avocado. I mean, I don't know what else. 32-27 Falcons. 1:15 remaining. 4th and 13 for Bacon Academy from the Falcon 24-yard line. They need this 1st down to keep this game alive. Trips right for Bacon. Twins left. It's 5 wide. No running backs. Kelly steps up. Throw in the middle. It's complete to Chassis. Chassie's in the end zone. Touchdown Bacon Academy. Paul Chassis on 4th and 13 has a touchdown for Bacon Academy. Oh my.
Senior quarterback Sean Kelly stepping up when his number's called and cashes in for the Bacon Academy Bobcats. We have simply seen it all this game, my friend.
With 1:08 remaining in the game, Bacon Academy has reclaimed the lead 33-32. I have no words.
Another flag. Those are the 2 words I got for you on the far sideline thrown by the Bacon Academy, Bob, by the official. Boy, Casey, what a football game. You can't call something like this. You can't script it. You've got everything going on down there. The officials will try to sort out the penalties. They're all gathering in the middle of the field. A lot of emotion down there. A lot of people just – it's almost like a free-for-all down there.
I keep saying this. If Hollywood presented this as a script, no one would buy it. They would say it's too unrealistic. There's no way there could be as many twists and turns from the fumble and recovery by Seven Riley to the goal line stands to the fumble by Fitch that allowed Bacon one more crack at it. 4th and 13. A touchdown pass to Chassis, his 2nd of the game. I just can't believe what we've seen.
Nah, this is a big-time football game with players making plays, and right now 18 out of 33 for 270 yards for Kelly. I mean, he just, wow. Just a big time performance here by Kelly. You know, fighting his way through a lot of adversity and a lot of pressure in the second half, Casey. He stepped up and made a couple of big throws in that drive, and that's what you expect out of his senior quarterback.
And Chassis, with that reception now, 4 catches for 119 yards and those 2 touchdowns. Wow.
Oh,
Bacon's going to go for 2. 33-32 Bobcats. 108 remaining. 4 wide for Bacon. They're going to send up. Chassie's going to jump off sides. He was in the tight end position. They were going to try to get him on a quick little pitch, but it's going to be offsides against Bacon, it looks like. That's going to back them up, but they still have to go for 2 here, 32-33.
Yeah, sure. They have a 1-point lead with 1:08 left. And obviously, the extra point doesn't do any good here.
I don't know what's left, but I think with 1:08 remaining, don't keep in mind the way Bacon has been kicking the ball off. Fitch is going to get the ball probably somewhere around midfield 40-yard line.
Sure.
They have a kicker in Colton St. Louis that does have a big leg. They've also got Luke Letellier who can make any catch at any time. So I don't think we're quite done yet. Kelly, fade in the end zone to Narlock. Narlock goes up and can't get it, incomplete. Nice defense on the play by Cam Sebastian. And with 1:08 remaining in the ball game, Bacon Academy 32, Bacon Academy 33, Fitch High School 32. But we ain't done yet, folks, because with 1:08 remaining, Robert Duncan at quarterback, Luke Letellier, maybe the best receiver out there, and the leg of Colton St. Louis, this is not over yet because Bacon Academy has not been able to kick the ball off yet tonight. Let's see if they finally try to kick one off deep.
And Duncan will have the luxury of 2 timeouts in his pocket. Mike Ellis had to burn one in the last defensive stand. But right now, I mean, there's plenty of time left for Fitch, the way they have operated here in the second half, to go down and at least get a look at a field goal, Casey.
If this game had 1 second left and Colton St. Louis lining up for a 36-yard field goal, would that surprise you?
No, not at all.
We did a game a couple years ago where New London beat Middletown on a last-second extra point by Burdick. A last-second field goal by Burdick. And it was one of the most exciting finishes I've ever seen. It's entirely possible that you will see something like that occur. Now, there was a flag on the play. Bacon is kicking off from its own 25-yard line. C-Card's going to kick from the 25. Fitch is going to get amazing field position. C-Card kicks. Ball comes down to Fitch. They're going to cross midfield. And Fitch is going to have amazing field position at the 40-yard line of Bacon. With 1:02 remaining, Fitch has the ball at the Bacon 40.
And out comes senior quarterback Rob Duncan. He's been warming up on the sideline. His arm is locked and loaded and ready to go. Great field position here, Casey, for the Fitch Falcons. They only need 3.
Seven Riley did a great job. He made a hard cut to the right and put his head down and got some yardage. Wow. All right, folks, buckle up. We've got a minute left in what has been a wild one. Duncan from the shotgun gets it out quickly. Pass is caught, and Chassis closes quickly for the tackle. Gain of about 4. Under a minute now, 56 seconds remaining. They're going to say 2nd and 6 for the Falcons.
Falcon player got out of bounds, stopping the clock. Very, very smart heads-up play. Easy pitch and catch there. Nothing risky for Duncan. Get the Falcons moving in the right direction here.
It'll be interesting to see if they double cover Letellier. Look for Cleon McClish. McClish has been a big play guy for that Falcon offense. Letellier split right. Duncan rolling towards McClish. Duncan throwing for McClish. Incomplete and almost intercepted by Nick Provost, who closed on the football. 50 seconds remaining. 3rd and 6.
Provost read Rob Duncan the entire way down the line, jumped the route, and almost had a pick there. Duncan's going to have to look off a receiver or 2 to make a play here. Very, very good play by Provost.
I got to think he's going to look for Luke Letellier because Letellier can make catches that nobody else can make, so he can beat double coverage, keeping his feet in bounds, getting out of bounds. That was McClish, the playmaker that time, but a great job by the Bacon defense. Duncan from the shotgun. Instead, Duncan hands the ball off, and there's nothing there. And with 43 seconds remaining, Fitch is going to have a 4th and 7. And Mike Ellis is going to have to call a timeout.
Well, a bit of a shocker there. If you're going to run, you're probably going to run on 2nd down to leave yourself 2 downs to get the 1st down. The down and distance, that's a tough play call there. Now you're putting an awful lot on Rob Duncan, to pick up 7 yards on 1 down, Casey.
7 remaining. Bacon Academy, 33. Fitch Falcons, 32. Falcons ball on the Bacon Academy 40, 4th and 6. Why should it be anywhere else?
Nah, it's a big-time game. Duncan's going to be called on to make a play here, Casey. He's a senior quarterback. He's the leader. The coach is going to put the game in his hands right now.
First thing I look for, Luke Letellier is split left. Cleon McClish is a wing. 7 Riley is the running back. Duncan under center. Duncan straight drop. Duncan throwing for Letellier. Letellier was wide open. Letellier was wide open, but it was overthrown. Oh, my. He had Luke Letellier open at the 10, uncovered, and overthrew him.
It was a blown coverage by the Bacon secondary. Nobody was on Letellier. Duncan just could not connect. What a heartbreaking way to end the game for the Fitch Falcons.
And what leadership. Dante Paul, the defensive end, goes running over to Luke Letellier to hug him and let him know, not on you, man. You played a brilliant ball game. Wow. 1st and 10, Bacon at their own 40, at the 36 rather, with 35 seconds remaining in what has been an epic football game here at Dorr Field.
What a game, Casey.
Bacon Academy takes a knee with 32 seconds remaining. Unbelievable.
I would quite to say there's going to be mutual respect for both these teams out there as they're, after the victory formation, shake hands. But we have seen it all in this game, Casey. We saw Bacon get a big lead, Fitch storm back. What a game of ebb and flows.
And with that knee, that's going to wind it down. We're under 10 seconds remaining. Bacon Academy is going to move to 5-1 and take control of the ECC Large with a unbelievable victory over the Fitch Falcons. Kelly from the shotgun. Kelly steps up and pressure. Kelly rolls right. Kelly throws over the middle. He's got Chassis at the 50. Chassis in the open. 30. Chassis at the 20. 10. 5. Touchdown, Bacon Academy.
Hey, composure. Good, composure.
Kelly in the shotgun, he's got Gazibwe. Kelly hands to Gazibwe. Gazibwe's got trying to get to the edge, cuts it back inside. It's a race for the end zone. Gazibwe dives and he'll be just short. Oh, now the officials are putting his hands in the air. Touchdown.
This is where we've got to make a decision, all right? You got to make a decision. Are you going to start to relax, play the game and have fun, or are you going to continue to kind of go through the motions and get blown out?
Kelly from the shotgun. Gazibwe's with him in the backfield. Gives it to Gazibwe. Gazibwe, head down. Gazibwe driving to the end zone. Touchdown, Bacon Academy.
Man, just no pizzazz tonight, huh? Nothing.
Duncan rolls weak side. Throws on the sideline, and it is caught. Duncan rolls right. Gets a block. Throws, and nice leaping and keeping his feet in bounds catch on the sidelines. Duncan from the shot. Straight drop. Pressured. Throws to the end zone. Touchdown, Cleon McClish.
That's the way. There's the Bird Gang, baby. There's the Bird Gang. Good job.
24 minutes to history. Bacon Academy history. We've said it before. It means nothing to the outside world, but it means everything to everybody in this room. Bacon has never beat Fitch in football.
Just think for 1 second, if you actually started playing with some fire, just imagine what would happen if you decided to do that. You are going to decide that you are going to start to dominate on D, and you are going to make plays out there.
Kelly, straight drop. Nothing there. Pressured and sacked.
You're going to decide that you are going to take this team under your wing. And you are going to lead this baby, and you are going to keep your composure in that second half. And we are going to move down that field and score.
Duncan under center, straight drop, looking over the middle, and it's complete, and it's going to be a touchdown. Jonathan Johnson.
If you decide with self-control that you want this game, you will take the game. They think their job is done. They think they've done it.
Kelly pressured, and he's sacked.
But man, oh man, if we ever decide to play with some pizzazz in the second half.
Duncan rolls right, rolls, pressured, throws downfield, looking for Letelier, and it's, what a catch!
If we ever decide to play together, the game is ours.
Barking signals Duncan on the quarterback keeper. Duncan pushes in towards the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons!
Yeah! Here we go, one!
Up, fumbled snap, Duncan rolls, Duncan throws, and it's going to be intercepted in the end zone. So with 5:58 remaining, Bacon holds on to a 1-point lead.
Son of a gun! Son of a gun!
Duncan rolls right, pressured, throws in the end zone, just short of it, caught.
Hey, we're inside the one. They're subbing. You guys got to dig them out of there. You got it?
Here we go. 4th and 1 from the 1. Fitch, Duncan, quarterback keeper, churning, waiting for the official signal. Bacon Academy says no, and he's stopped. They stopped him 3 times on the goal line.
That's awful. That's awful on my part. It's awful on my part.
It's 4th and a yard, big 4th down for the Falcons. Look for Duncan to keep it. Duncan, no, he's going to throw. Duncan throws, and it's intercepted by Gazibwe.
Now this is where the extra point is huge. Us missing it.
Fitch is going to need a stop. 1st and 10, Bacon right at midfield. We're under 6 minutes. Kelly to Gazibwe. Gazibwe stopped right at the marker. Falls on the ground. It's a fumble. It's loose. Fitch has it.
He's down. He's down.
Touchdown. Falcons. Falcons touchdown. Oh my. What did I just see?
Wow, Peter Gazibwe still laying down at midfield as the entire Bacon team is in shock.
Pitch this time the other direction to Johnson. Johnson over the left side. Johnson's got some room. Johnson breaks a tackle. Johnson's on the sideline. Johnson's going down the sideline. Chassie's the last man to beat. Chassie wrestles Johnson down inside the 20. 1st and 10. This time inside handoff. It's on the turf. Ball's on the turf. Bacon thinks they have it, and they do.
Oh no! 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 No!
Come on, guys. 3 minutes. We gotta go. We gotta score. We score, we win the game. I promise you. We score, we win the game.
3rd and 10. Bacon from the 40. Kelly rolls right, looking for time. Kelly, no one's open. Kelly pressured. Kelly deep downfield, and it's complete. It's complete to Bolden. Bolden's inside the 20. Bolden's down.
What team my heart will beat? What team my heart will beat? What team my heart will beat?
Kelly with time. Kelly rolls right. Kelly falls down. And they're going to say he was down. What a huge play.
Yes! He's down! 4th down. All right, Jordan. 4th down.
32-27 Falcons. 1:15 remaining. 4th and 13 for Bacon Academy from the Falcon 24-yard line. Kelly steps up, throw in the middle. It's complete to Chassie. Chassie's in the end zone. Touchdown Bacon Academy. Paul Chassie.
If we get the extra points, we still have the lead.
1 down to history. 1 play to history. Let's go. 1 play.
Hey, line, protect like crazy. We've got to get the ball off. All right, here we go.
7 Riley is the running back. Duncan under center. Duncan straight drop. Duncan throwing for Letelier. Letelier was wide open. Letelier was wide open, but it was overthrown.
Oh, we overthrew him! No! He was uncovered!
Why is it so hard? Why is it so hard? Why is it so hard? Why is it so hard?
Hey, great job.
Good job.
Great job. Hey, very nice victory for you guys right there.
It was a fun game, though, to be a part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a great high school football
I think if we
game.
played 10 times, we go 5-5. Yeah. Right? Luckily, we don't have to do it, though, Coach.
I couldn't be prouder of your effort in the way that you played, in the way you came back in the second half. You did everything that I asked you to do. Everything.
You cannot be a playoff team. You cannot win a division unless you beat teams like this. They were 4-1. We were 4-1. Both tied for the ECC Large. Now the Bobcats are in first place in the ECC Large.